Hey guys, hello. Mitchell&Mitchell sip and spill. What happened?
Music.
Yes. And I was trying to turn the music down so y'all could hear this.
Yup.
I thought I turned it down. It ain't really.
It's all good.
It ain't low enough.
We don't own the rights to it, just in case somebody want to say about something. We don't own the rights to it. But what's up, y'all? It's your girl Kimmy Kim here. Sip and Spill is in the building, right?
In the house.
Get our drink so we can go ahead and say Sip and Spill is here where we need to be. And happy Mother's Day, right?
Happy Mother's Day. And I got to say to my partner, who is a wonderful, dope mother, who is fierce about her family, her kids, and her babies. Like, great mothers are. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Give her flowers.
Yeah, so it's a lot of women out here. I want to let y'all, I hope y'all having a wonderful, it's beautiful outside. If you're in the Chicago, Illinois, suburb, Wisconsin area, that's where Ed and I is. And we hope y'all are enjoying doing what you want to do for you, girl. It's your day.
Your day.
It's all about you. So whatever you want to do, I hope you're doing it. But we wanted to come on today and spend some time and just give tributes and talk about all the beautiful things that mothers do. And it's a job that will never, ever get paid for.
Right.
But it's one of the best jobs, you understand me, without even being, you know what I'm saying, without even being having to get paid for it. It's one of the best, most rewarding jobs. So being a mother. So let's talk about, for everyone that's coming on, Happy Mother's Day again. But I just want to wish that out there to everybody to say Happy Mother's Day. And Ed and I wanted to just give you a chance. If you're coming on, you're on now. Come on and send a shout out, a tribute to your mom. You can write in the comments, and we will definitely say it for you. Or if you want to come on, we'll let your voice, be heard. But we definitely wanted everybody to give tributes to their moms, because you only get one.
Facts.
And people be saying, I want to get one, but I don't like her. But some people be mad and this and that. But at the end of the day, the reason why I feel mothers are absolutely so dope, Ed, is because they like your number one fans. You know what I'm saying? Number one fans.
It was something you said that was so cool. You said, it was a few shows back. You was like, your mother is your first doctor.
Yes, your mom is your first doctor. Your mom is your first queen in your life. Your mom is your first know what it feels like to be in this fan and doing sports or doing it. She's your number one fan. I got you. Mm-hmm. She got your back, your front, and your peripheral, as I say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She cannot and never will she ever be the judge. She the one give you the best advice. So she's the therapist. I know I would like to think, being a mom of 4 sons, that I'm extremely proud to be. However, that is one of the most hardest jobs, but it's also the most rewarding jobs, I think, that any woman can give. Being able to give that, especially out your body. Everybody be like, oh my God, it's the pain and all that comes with it. And it don't stop after they're born either.
Yeah, keep going.
From a child all the way to adulthood, it's a very, very challenging thing.
What's so funny to me? I had to come to this when I was a young parent and young in marriage and all that kind of stuff. I used to have this envy that, my kids, I'm like, man, y'all, I just felt like their mother got all the attention. It was so funny with my father-in-law. It was like they got all the attention,
right?
All the, whatever it was like this praise. And, it was almost like what I said wasn't shit until they talked to their mama. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them things like, yeah, but we're going to talk to mama.
Yeah.
And then she going to tell her what the real is. And it's like, damn, I just told you. Why you got to go check? But my father-in-law taught me one thing. Okay. He was like, when you understand the dynamic and who the mother is, it does not take away from you as a father. And it took me a while, but I heard him say that. He's like, that's what it is.
Right.
You can't compete with that. And then honestly, when you think about it, it's really
where you can't compare, right?
Yeah. But there's really no need to, though.
There's no need to.
There's no need to, because if you're a good father and you're a good dad and you're there, then you're gonna get your recognition. But mothers have this thing that's like, it's just, I don't know, you just can't replace it. It's just it's an intangible thing.
That's right.
It's an intangible element that make the entire world go around. It's a thing. And if you don't have that mother's love, if you don't have that default, because your mother, this is my theory. You tell me what you think about this theory. Okay. I said this for a while. I never shared this with you, but my theory is I think mothers are your foundation. Mm-hmm. They're the ones that if you got 4 eyes and 3 legs, they're gonna love you regardless.
Or if you lose them, they still gonna love you regardless.
And so your mother's job is that person. You need that person gonna love you whether you win, lose, or draw.
That's
if
right.
you deform, if you have, that may not be the right word. If you have mental illness, whatever it is, your mother's the one you need. Everybody needs that person that's gonna love them and think they're the world, think they're the most gorgeous baby, the most whatever. That's what mothers do. And mother's gonna love you. It's just crazy.
And just to add to that, all the mistakes that we make, our mothers still love us unconditionally.
Unconditional. And it's
say,
just
baby, it's okay. It's nothing like hearing that. Am I right?
Yes,
it's okay, baby.
It's okay.
It's okay. That's what mothers say. It's okay.
And it's dope. So you can't really, and I think that father's job is to, I feel like it's father's job, not trying to bring fathers on the parade, but father's job is to kind of set a standard or a barrier. It's almost like we're the ones that say, okay, you got your mother, she gonna love you, and you need a base. When you fall off, you do this, you need somebody to love you, to nurse you, to get you back on point, that you know it's okay. I'm saying, yo, you have to do this though.
Yeah.
So you go home and let mom make sure you're good and you get that love and nurturing you need.
That's right.
But I'm gonna tell you, okay, so now what, you good now? Mom got you straight?
Right.
Okay, so now you got to get back to work. You know
right. It's like, it's okay, baby, but you still got to.
Yeah.
You know,
mama gonna pat you back
roll up them sleeves. I'm gonna pat you up now, but you're gonna have to get on back out there.
Right. That's what that. But anyway, so today's gonna be a show dedicated to that, amongst some other things. And but listen, we guys, have been ecstatic. It's been, I want to say 4 months.
Yes. 4 months. We did our little 4-month reflection.
I did a 4-month reflection, and it's been a ride in just 4 months. I think we put a lot of work in.
Yeah.
There's a lot more for us to do.
Yes.
There's a lot more learning we have to gain some more education, information, and we're stepping it up. Every week we try to add a little something different.
Yeah.
Last week we got a logo. And we're going to be putting our logo up everywhere.
Yeah.
So you see it. We had it up last week on behind us, and we just trying to get more, I guess, fine tuning. Yeah. So we can have a real dope. We might have a banner. Kim got so many ideas, so we're going to figure out which one we could do on a regular basis, so it can stay the same format.
Right. We like to move around too. Well, I would say I do. I'm the one. We like, yeah, let's go, let's see that. But we do. We like to pull up. You got a dope spot, and you just want to add that vibe, sip and spill, we here for it. Ed and I will pull up, we'll be there, and we'll try to make everything, be exactly what you want it to be. Right. I think it's awesome to just have a platform where you can come, you can talk about whatever you feel like talking about whenever you want to talk about it, because we here for it. And Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill, we are asked a lot of times, basically, what we do and what we talk about. And there's a lot of things, one thing I would say, I like to talk about what I don't talk about, so then you know what I do talk about. So the one thing I really don't like to talk about, and this is simply me, and that is celebrities' lives, because I don't know them and I don't know about them. So I like to stick to real stuff. So what I say all the time on the show is not what we heard, it's what we know.
Right.
And so that I know, I know that we go through real things, and I'm quite sure you all do too. And that's the love that we're getting back. So I want to go ahead and give a shout out to all our subscribers and everybody that sent us love and sent us DM and sent us, hey, can you talk about this? And we do love you guys, and we're here for it.
Yes, we were really appreciative. And I never want a day to go by or a show to go by, we don't express that. As we're building, Kimmy says we're in the basement to the garage. As we're building, and the guys that are rocking with us along the way, the people that are joining us now midstream, the people that's going to join us in the future, we are very, very appreciative. That's one thing that we pride ourselves in operating in, is level of gratitude.
Right.
So we always talk about, we share love on our show, because we try to, I think it's imperative to express that.
Right.
We show vulnerabilities all the time.
All the time. We
show that we have our flaws all the time. Which is a thing, and I want to make sure I make this statement, that if we come across as if we know it all and we don't have any flaws, then we're not doing it. That's not our intention. Right. I do not want to come off as judgmental. I can be. Kim has pulled my card on that, but I can be a little judgmental. But I think we all have that, but
not on this show. Not for anybody that come on this show. I think everybody got a little bit of.
Yeah, we don't judge
to a certain extent, but not like that.
No, we don't judge people we don't judge you guys or anything like that. There's certain things that we see. Right. We may not necessarily like, because there's certain things that Kim just think is kind of, maybe kind of like people should do better at, you know what I'm saying? And that's just
life.
That's life.
It's things in my life that I want to do better at. It's things that I want to be greater at. It's things that I see that I got flaws. I'm not trying to be a relationship or a therapist guru. You know what I'm saying? It's just that what we talk about is our experience. I know.
They think that you might be. I dead ass thought like maybe I had to ask her like, "Yo, did you go?" I had to ask her, "Do you have a degree in it?" Because I know she has an education and stuff, but I wasn't sure. She's like, "No, I ain't got.
I'm degreed."
Yeah, but
I'm not a therapist.
She like, it's not a therapy though. I'm like, what? She's like, well, people keep telling me that. I'm like, it's a reason.
Right,
like,
I'm not a therapist.
To you. Like, it's a reason why people keep calling you out, like calling and thinking that's the case.
Right.
So guys, listen, chime in. I want to be able to express your views, or somebody you want to shout out or celebrate or whatever. I want to be able to put that out there and express it and put it out there. And then like eventually, we're gonna be in the stratosphere. We're gonna be some dope. Y'all be like, man, I remember we started.
We already dope.
We dope.
But, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna never shove us down. But to know exactly how dope we are, you have to pull up, and you gotta have the experience.
Please, guys, share our content, share information and stuff like that.
And come check us out for yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think we're going next week. I don't know. I have to get clearance because I'll say stuff and Kim will be like, I ain't saying. So I think next week we're going to be somewhere, one of our favorite spots. We go damn near all the time. I think we're going to be.
Yeah, we love our cigarette lives. I'm going to give a shout out to my girl, Nicole. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day,
Nicole. Right, it's Rutgers Lounge.
Right.
And I want to say East Chicago. We will be there. And we're just going to have a conversation with our men. And we're going to do a whole promo on that. But I'm going to go ahead and just get right into it about our mother's tribute. So, and Ed mom is not with us, but I would love for you to tell us about her with her name, and what would you say your most takeaway of being her son that you take away?
Well, my mom, we lost my mom in 2019, January 17th to be exact. Mm-hmm. I'll give you a memory. My last memory of her, and you didn't ask that, but I would say this last memory. I was there with her before she passed away. Didn't know that was happening. Mm-hmm. And I was fortunate enough to be there. I combed her hair. Oh. I fed her. It was like she had soup. She wouldn't eat anything, so I fed her some soup. And she was doing fine. I thought, but she was very kind of tired. But anyway, I'm fortunate enough to be able to spend that time with my mother, her last moments, and we had a good moment. Yeah. And it was just, and she said some things. It was like some affirmation. She did some little affirmation with Angie too, which is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. But my mom was a person that she was very funny. Very funny. Like she had this personality. And I didn't know that we were so similar. Just your mom, she older, I don't know. And I'm a guy, she a lady. And my mom had everybody loved Mama Mitchell, Sister Mitchell, or Marie. Everybody loved her. Everywhere we went, like, your mom, I love your mama. They love my mama. Right. And at her services, it was funny, everybody that got up there, we had these tributes. And everybody would talk about how my mom would call them. I'm like, damn. And it would be like, my mother, she was 70 something, which was 73 when she passed, 74, I think. Mm-hmm. And so she would talk to, so she had all these nieces and nephews, right? So her oldest sister had a daughter that was literally like 2 years younger than my mom. Wow. Okay. So all of her siblings, it was 12 of them in total. Mm-hmm. All of them had these kids that was so grown. So imagine those people that were her age, damn near a little bit younger, had grandkids. Mm-hmm. They had kids and grandkids. My mom was talking to these nieces, grandkids. She would have all-out conversations with everybody. I'm like, great. She called y'all, and she would call them and talk to them. She knew everybody's, I don't say everybody's business, but she talked to everybody. Everybody had it. I'm like, how do you do that? Out of 12 siblings or 11 siblings, you got to think about all them siblings had a lot of kids. The first sister had about 11 to 12 kids herself. Wow. So all of them have children. So it was kind of crazy. Hey, who was Hey, hey, Marisha. Hey, now. So we are doing, as you come on, I see that you are welcome. Marisha is going to be on our show next week, Lord's willing. Okay, good. So Marisha, I understand. I want you to comment and I want you to give me a shout out when Ed is finished about your mom. That's what we're doing. We want you to tell us about your mom, and we're saying it for you. So that's what we're doing right now. So the thing I learned about my mom is that to really be present with people. Okay. Love on your family members. She was very funny on family, very serious about family. Okay. Communicating and showing love. It was one of the things that it even trickled down to my daughter when it came to My mama said, it don't matter. Whatever it is you do it to the best of your ability. You do it with love. You do it to the best. Like if you shine in shoes, be the best shoe shiner.
That's right.
If you have 1 or 2 pair of clothes, you iron them and you wash them, keep them things clean. My mama, this is the one thing that's funny about me. And sometimes you see me on the show, and I'm like greasy because I use coconut oil, and my family all laugh at me about it. And my mama, when I was a kid, put Vaseline on my face, and I'd be shining like a looking glass.
And keep the cold out is what they say. Because I did it to my kids. Keep the cold out. Put that Vaseline on your face. Come here. You ain't going to school. Yeah, let me get that Vaseline. They be like, Mom. Okay, Mom.
So, and she had me. So she told me about. She was very funny on hygiene.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she couldn't deal with no stanky. Your teeth wasn't
crust
clean.
And all
no
that.
crust.
Your teeth ain't clean.
My God. Oh, wrinkle clothes. I may have my shirt a little wrinkled, but she didn't play that wrinkle stuff. She ironed. My mama ironed drawers. You heard what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You said something about somebody who did the same thing.
Yes, but I know people that do that.
Right. So my mom was a major influence for a lot of people. Her humor, her servitude. But she was very funny, and it was so like she would say these zingers and jokes, and like, Mom,
wow,
someone would be a little mean, and she'd be kind of coming for you. You know what I'm saying? Boy, you could have combed your hair. Like, it's you.
I mean, mamas, and then look,
and she from the South. You know how they were. They call you when you're fat, all that.
But then when you be mamas to other kids, like that's how you know you're a mom. You ever had somebody else's mama?
Yeah.
Man, let me get that, baby. Yeah. You just, and you be like, man, ain't none of my mama.
Like,
but that's how.
But you run and do it too. Like, okay.
It takes a village. Right. You understand me?
Right. That was some fun.
It takes a village. Okay, so what Marisha say? Marisha, can we have the name? What's your mom's name?
Marisha said the one thing about my mom was that she had raised 13 children and was the neighborhood mom.
That is awesome.
Can we say your mom's name?
What's your mom's name? So we can say her name. And Ed, you didn't say your mom's name.
My mom's name is Eldrin Marie. So her name was Eldrin Marie Robbins Mitchell. So her maiden name was Robbins, which I don't find out who related to Robbins, and then Mitchell. So that was her married name, Eldrin Marie Robbins Mitchell. So Eldrin, Mama, I love you. I miss you.
We're saying heavenly happy Mother's Day
to you.
Yes.
So let's hear about your mother. Yep, and I got to tell you a funny story about her mother with me.
So my mom, Miss Odessa. Okay. Everybody love to hear me talk about my mom. I always talk about her. Okay. We want to make sure we say Marisha's mom's name. Okay, don't mess with me if I don't want to mess it up.
Elisheba?
We want to say it right. He know how I felt about saying his name.
Yeah. So I don't know how we would know. He probably have to call us.
But they're I know you on. Oh, that's right. You did tell me that. Okay. So his mama name is Sherry.
Okay.
So Sherry, Heavenly Mother's Day to you.
Heavenly Mother's Day to you, Sherry.
So having 13 children, Marisha, wow. Hi, Joey. Do you have a shout out that you want to say to your mom?
What's up, Joey? How are you?
We want to make sure that we get everybody. But for Miss Sherry, having 13 children and being the neighborhood mom, wow.
He said close.
Close? Okay.
You tried. Thank you.
But being the neighborhood mom, I want to know, Marisha, when being the mom, how was that? So did all your friends come over to the house and she did all the little cooking and stuff like that? Was that, I mean, it's like just go to y'all house. So y'all house was the neighborhood house.
Oh, she probably was regulating. My mom was that person.
Was she whooping other people's kids? So I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna tell Cherry. She gonna get that. I know. Because I'm that mom.
Right. Look, they're like, you be telling your own kids, oh, let me go get Miss Sherry.
Yeah, my children friends be like, I do not. You better not. Miss Kim gonna get you. Yeah, right. I'm like that. I whooped other people's kids. Mm-mm. I didn't have a problem with that. Right. At all.
That's what it was. That's when it was allowed.
It take a village, but that's when it was allowed.
Yeah, they allowed. They wasn't.
But I wasn't whooping them bad like that. But it's just like it do take a village because one person can tell another person.
She was spanking them.
You know what I'm saying? I never. I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't like the belt. I just didn't. My hands but I didn't like the belt. So what Joy say?
Oh, Joy said, I'm good. My mom passed January 12th, 2021. She was loved by many, and our friends called her mom. And
what's your mom's name, Joey?
You have your mom's name, Joey? I want to shout her out and put her name on the line. I'm sorry to hear about your mom passing away.
Yeah.
It's about 2 years after my mom.
Right.
like almost to the day. My mom passed away January 17th, 2019. His mom passed in January of 2021. I'm sorry to hear that, but shout out to your mom. We're gonna give her a good happy Mother's Day.
Yes,
too.
heavenly happy Mother's Day. But we want to say her name so she can hear that when we say that.
We were talking about mothers earlier. We were talking about how paramount mothers are and
how intricate parts they play.
Yeah, and it's so funny because it's not just with you. It's like your mother to your kids, friends.
Yes.
Because you know what I'm saying. Especially there's a place of love or a place of genuine. If you're really genuine. Oh, she said her name was Jeanette. Oh, thank you so much, Joy. So Jeanette. Was it Jeanette Walton, I'm going to assume? But anyway, happy
Heavenly Mother's Day to Jeanette. So we want to say happy Mother's Day in heaven to Jeanette, to Cherry, and to your mom.
Eldrin Marie.
All right. So there you go. We want to make sure we say that all these women sound completely phenomenal. I will say about my mom, who's still here, thank you, Jesus. And but I don't get to see her as much as I would like, but my mom is currently, and it's okay, I guess I'm okay with this. My mom is currently suffering from the beginning stages of Alzheimer's, and she lost her mother to Alzheimer's. But my mother has been a significant part in my life that was a hard worker. And all my life, all I ever wanted to do was dance, and I get my dancing abilities from my mother. My mother was the head of the ROTC. She's from Arkansas, and she always dance. To this day, my mother will be 80 this year, January 10th next year, and that's all she want to do is dance, y'all. That's my mom. She just want to dance. My mother she had 8 children, and I am number 6. So I want to say, Mom, happy Mother's Day. I will be seeing you soon. I love you. I love you. I love you. And everybody have these different things about being a mom. So and how it is, and I think one of the most challenging things for me is being a mother of 4 sons. And I didn't get to have the emotion like Ed can have. He has 4 like me, but he has a little girl, a little sweet thing, and I didn't have that. So I will tell y'all a funny story. My boys will come on here and laugh, but they know this is true. So we used to watch shows, and I couldn't watch the girly girl shows because the boys weren't having that, right? So we would watch certain shows, and then all of a sudden I would be crying. And they were like, Mom, for real? But I'm going to tell y'all, I wasn't really crying about what was on TV. Like, I'd be crying about other stuff, but that was the way I let my tears out when I was going through stuff with these challenging boys, okay? And they was like, man, Mom. And then it's so funny. Their dad used to be like, with his mom, he has 4, it was 4 boys, so I duplicated his mom, I had 4 boys. And every time she would cry, you see his mother cry, they would cry.
Oh.
And it's so crazy. Thank you so much, Marisha.
Oh, that was so nice. Thank you.
But my mom, it's so funny. My boys, when I used to cry, they used to look at me and be like, Mom, Dad, what's wrong with Mama? Mama, what's wrong? Like, they want to hurry up and fix it because they was like, they don't see me do all that crying and stuff, But it's hard when it's there. It's always, so I will always miss having a daughter, but I do have absolutely beautiful 4 granddaughters that I love to death. So I love all of them. And then I just want to give a shout out to all the women that did give me grandchildren. I don't have daughters, but I want to say happy Mother's Day to them. I want to say happy Mother's Day to the one girl that is Ed's daughter-in-law. Tamani, happy Mother's Day to you. And I cannot and will not forget this person who I like to call her mine. This is Ed's wife, Audrey Angel. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. She's been such an intricate part in my life. And then for all the mothers out there, but those are the people that I just personally wanted to say shout out to Wendy. That is how she calls herself, Esprella. I want to say happy Mother's Day. And Vanessa, who's will be coming on, she want to say happy Mother's Day to her mother that's in heaven that died a year ago.
Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that. And happy Mother's Day to you, Wendy and Vanessa. I got to say a funny story about Kim's mom.
Yes.
So I were given Kimmy, as we know, we document everything as she went through her process.
Yeah.
Kimmy fell ill, and thank God she's a walking miracle. We don't even know I still don't know what went on.
We don't know.
But so Kimmy gave me instructions as to who to contact. She was like, okay, this is what you do. And I didn't even think about it, I just did what I was told. I ain't tell her to call my mama, y'all. I was wrong for that. But I ain't tell her to call my mama, for medical reasons. I didn't want to stress her out. And stuff like that. So, And I was following instructions. When I tell you I got in trouble, she said, you better tell Well, she called me Bishop.
She called us. So Ed and I play characters. I'm playing Evangelist Devon. He plays the character Bishop Peter.
Right.
That's the only show that I sent my mom and she literally watched, right?
Right.
And so my mom watched this show. And so she's forever, she don't know him as Ed. She knows him as Bishop Peter.
Right.
She really think that we was at church. My mother always told me growing up that I should dance and preach. That's what my mother always told me. So my mom was like, I'm glad. I'm like, Mom, I'm not in the church preaching, Mom. You know, but it's so funny, you know, her way her mindset is. But she truly believed that Ed is Bishop Peter.
Right.
So she gonna tell me, and I put on the speaker, y'all, to tell Ed. She told Ed, so you know what? What she say? Don't do me like that.
Don't do me like that no more.
Don't do me like that ever again.
I'm so sorry.
How you not gonna tell me about my child? It is my child.
She said that. She said, you supposed to tell me. I don't care who
call
you
me first.
You're supposed to call me. That's my baby. And I was like, I'm so sorry. God. And I didn't even, and this, because that's my friend. I wasn't finna add no more fuel to the fire. Right. I was like, I was sorry. I was not thinking. I took all of that. I would have been like, It
is what it is, but my mom.
But happy Mother's Day to your mother. I want to meet her soon.
Yes, you got to meet Mama. Mama is something else.
She's supposed to come out to the house. That was a thing before you got sick.
She still is. I got to go get her though, y'all. Yeah, but my mom is so special, and all you guys' moms is on here today. Even though that they can't be with you, I know they have instilled some last longing effects in your life. Right. Just to talk about them today and remember them, just because they're not here with us physically, they are here with us in our hearts.
In our hearts.
And I feel the same way. I know today is not Ed and I will be doing a Father's Day show, of course, because we want to give the same love that we give to the mothers, to the men. And I would say that I feel that way about my Father who's in heaven. So I want to say that. Also, just different things of being a mom, the most challenging things of being parenting. We just did a show that we put out earlier this week where Ed's daughter-in-law did a show about being parenting. It's really dope. Y'all should check it out.
Check it out.
And it kind of covers every area of being how parenting is today. And also having a husband in the house, which is his son, and being able to say how he contributes, which, I know it's a lot of single mothers out here. Y'all doing your thing. You working, you taking care of babies, you going to school, you had on your hip. I did all that as well. And even having a mate and not having a mate, you killing the game. And we want to salute y'all, to all the single mothers doing your hustle, making it work for their child. The ones that can't say Happy Mother's Day because they still babies. Believe me, you are appreciated. You definitely are appreciated.
And keep going and being strong. Yeah. It is a thankless job being a mother, being a parent, especially being a mother. Right. But it is a thankless job, and I don't envy you guys. Yeah. I don't envy you guys at all. I was jealous for a minute because I'm getting the praise. I'm like, well, hell, I don't do the work. So I had to really look at that, because I'm not going to do that shit y'all be doing.
Yeah.
You had a conversation.
It's so funny.
But it's so funny.
It's so funny. I can say, I ain't going to be doing that, y'all.
Well, I'm not, because listen, I was a terrible little child.
But it's in our DNA. We made like that. Some people it's like, I'm not being no mom.
I was a terrible baby. I wasn't a bad baby. I just was a needy baby.
Damn. You was a bad baby. You was needy and clingy.
Everything. So everything hurt, and I couldn't tell her what it was. And my mama trying to fix stuff. Like, was it your arm? I don't know, but it's something. My whole body hurt. And I know.
She just want to fix it.
But see, I'm telling her, I'm begging her, I'm calling the middle of the night. Mom, get up in the middle of the night. I had these earaches all the time. I had a lot of earaches, and it was like the most. My mom would come in there and fix it. I'm like, listen, blessed to the single mother. My mom would fix it, and I'm looking back at myself like, man, I would have not beat me, but I would have cut some music up, fell asleep, gave me some, what they call that stuff, put the kids to sleep.
Benadryl or something. Yeah, they put no, they weren't giving kids, but what little NyQuil or stuff.
NyQuil or whatever.
They was giving kids some NyQuil. You know that y'all wrong for that, but I understand that.
I would have gave I'm looking back, I was a terrible baby. And I think my middle son was a lot similar to me. Puffy. He might be watching. Puffy was, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell
you a funny story. You get it back.
Yes.
You get it back. Yes, you do.
But he got it back. He did it to his mama. So he was like, oh, sorry. I'm like, sorry, Andre. That's me. I'm sorry. I was terrible.
All you.
He hated needles.
Right.
He had it, but he couldn't take nothing. Everything hurt that boy. And so he was so funny. One day I took off work. Normally in the morning, he would get in his room when she was on maternity leave, whatever. She was at home. And so she would be up in the morning. My son, when I go to work, I'm gone by 5:30 in the morning. So by the time he wake up, he come in the room, his mom is in the room. He would come into the room with his mom.
Okay.
So this one particular day, I took off. I was off that day during the middle of the week or whatever. He come in the room and open the door, and lo and behold, I'm in the room. Mm-hmm. So he looks at his mom, and he's like, and Angie's like, "Hey, pup, say hi to dad. Say hi to dad." And he would not look at me. He looked at his mom. He was like, "Mom, mom." And she's like, "You're not gonna say hi to your dad?" He would not speak to me. He was so pissed. He's like, thinking he was intruding on my time with my mama. I don't know who you
are. Don't care about
I'll talk to your ass at the 4:30 when you get home from work. But that's what it was. Yes, blessings. He says blessings to the single mothers.
All the single mothers. Much love to you guys. Much love.
It's a thankless job. Again, I don't envy it.
Yeah.
I see the shit y'all be doing. I thought it was my mama did. I see the stuff.
Because they didn't come with no instructions when they came out. Trust and believe that.
Her baby. Can I talk about my little
Yes, my man, my little boy, DeMar. I want to go ahead and this is the necklace I'm wearing today. So this necklace says mother. He has the same necklace, and his says son. So when we put it together, we're together. It's a puzzle. So we clink together.
It's a heart.
Yes. So we have a picture that we clinking it together. But tomorrow, my son, I gotta say this. My son told me this, and for everyone that Ed can share, but my son told me this. I thought it was so cute. And I gotta say this. He said, "Mom, I just want to let you know. I want you to, on Sunday, I'm gonna take you out." I said, "You taking me out?" He said, "Yes, for Mother's Day, I'm gonna take you out." And I said, "Okay." And he said, "But Mom, I want to let you know it's a date though." I said, "Oh, okay." So he's like, I said, "So that means you want me to get dressed up?" He said, "Yes, Mom, get dressed up. It's a surprise. I want to tell you, but I can't because you need to be surprised. But I just want to let you know. I love you, Mom." This was his phone call, guys, to tell me this.
That is
so when I tell you, no matter how much all the late nights, all the crying, all it hurts to stand up and constipation, they can't do nothing. You got to figure everything out. Right. School, this person hurt their little feelings, all that. Mm-hmm. It's nothing like, it's a true reward being a mom as well. It's quite rewarding. It is the most challenging, the most hardest job I think I've ever had of everything I ever did, but it's definitely, don't come with any type of bonuses of any kind, okay? You don't get no extra days off. Right. It's not a damn day off ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Hey, Carice.
Hello, Carice.
How are you? Yeah, she said, "Oh."
So it's one of those things where you just don't know, but we want to make sure that, like I said, for the babies that can't say Happy Mother's Day to the moms, they're saying it to you. When it's nothing like when they look back at you and you just know, I know Mama got me. It's nothing like it.
It's nothing like
nothing like
it. I was he came and he had Kimmy and bought him a new phone.
Yes.
So Kimmy is not whatever it is, these devices, she don't fool with it. She fooled a little bit, but so he was like, and he had an iPhone. Kimmy don't fool with iPhone. She don't believe it. Oh. But all her boys, they are iPhone fanatics.
Don't say no, Marisha, about me and I have an iPhone. She talk about me.
Yeah. So she don't fool with iPhone. I'm an iPhone lover. But her son, he's an iPhone fanatic. But he thank you so much. Hello, Carice. So he is so he got him a new phone, but he's a little child. Right. He's just as bad as she is as far as technology. Now he knows how to do all the apps. It was like the setup and all that kind of stuff.
Right, I had to turn it on. It's brand new,
She had to turn it on.
Gee.
Because iPhone, if people know iPhone, you got to have your whatever it is you got to have your
iCloud ID and all that stuff.
Your ID and all that kind of stuff.
You got to set up your Apple ID.
And so she like, I don't know what the Apple ID was.
That's why I like iPhone. I know y'all talk about me, but I don't care. I mean, I'm an Android.
So he's like, Mom, I need to have. So he had whatever he had. He's like, Mommy, can I? His Kim was like, baby, I want to help you. And she did do it.
I did help.
She did do it.
I get that. You know how we do for our children.
She did it, but she's like, baby, I don't know how to start. Right. She's like, I'm not technically a client anyway, but at least if it was an Android, she'd say, okay, I can, Right. But then she had to go back and look at her notes, like, what did we set up? And he don't know, Mom, what's the passcode, Mom? So she finally got one letter. He come like, Mom, I don't have TikTok, Mom.
God.
Where's my TikTok, Mom?
Oh my God.
And she was like, I'm so
it was
so, but it was.
And Ed witnessed all of it.
I'm looking. This little boy is the cutest kid in the world. We can't even FaceTime. Yes, he can.
He talking about me.
He can't FaceTime.
Yeah, look, but we can duo, bruh. We can duo.
Google Duo works. It's not as good though. FaceTime is dope. I'm
okay,
sorry.
so y'all not finna come for me. You know what I'm saying? But I do have an iPad, so I'm in the family.
Oh yeah, she does have an iPad.
I'm in the iPad, so be quiet. I did let you do your little interview on FaceTime. Stop playing.
There you go.
But at the end of the day, I'm really not. But I get it. But see, this is how I am. Even though that's not something I'm inclined to, I know what my children are, so I made sure all of them, they do their thing.
You make sure
they up on what they supposed to have on. Right.
You met them at their level. Y'all like iPhones. You made sure they had iPhones. You understood how to use it, the whole nine.
Right.
Good, and that's cool.
And it's different. It's a different thing on motherhood. It's different being a mom, I would say. Every mother their children, pretty much from their experience and what they grew up and stuff like that. I'm gonna give a shout out also to a woman that was intricate part in my life growing up, came in and adopted me. And a lot of things that she talked to me and showed me about in my life as being a woman, which is that it's kind of different. As a young lady, you're not thinking about a lot of things. And she was hardcore in a lot of things, but I thank her for the blessings that she instilled in me. I got to know God through her. I got to know, what it is to be a wife and, just to be a woman and come into my own. And I thank God for that. And I want to give her out. And that would be Miss Allison Milton Richardson. Thank you for the love that you gave me as a child. I appreciate that. Happy Mother's Day. And I want to, for all the women that stepped up and said, I'm a woman that I breastfed another child that was not mine. My second oldest son was sick. We was in a hospital in Sugar Land, Texas. And this woman, her child was born, but she was on drugs. So she couldn't give her child. Her child was suffering and she couldn't, breastfeed her child. My son was in the hospital. He was born without the ability to swallow at the time. So he could not. He was being fed breast milk through a tube down his nose. And I was just reaching out. I was just sitting out. I'll be there every day. I'm pumping. I'm trying to make sure that I can be. But this is what I mean when I say about being someone's mother. It don't stop just with your own children. Right. You can mother other children. Mm-hmm. And as long as my son was in the hospital, which was 5 months, I nursed her daughter. Mm. And her daughter today is alive and well and doing great. And I just want to say hello to you. I know she said that she was going to be coming on here today. And I just want to say she remembered her mom told her. And it was just one of those things where I didn't even think twice. It was like, girl, I got you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I wish all us women would do, to be there for other people, because it doesn't just stop with our own children. Mothering goes a long way. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I said children. When it comes to the men now, I'm going to drink on that. I'm going to sip before I start spilling about that. Now, you got your man and he up there crying and whining like this one was to his mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure, you know what I'm saying, his wife experienced that. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole different ball game. But I said this statement when I was younger. I think I just told Ed this story. And everybody's like, what you mean when you said that? I said, well, when I grow up, I want my man, he gonna be my daddy. And I said it just like that. I'm like, yo, daddy. And everybody's like, because everybody use that as, sexual term and stuff nowadays. But at the time when I said it, I didn't know what, in my mind, I hadn't met my father yet. Okay. So, but in my mind, I was like, I want my husband to be my daddy, to be my friend, my best friend, all that. And now as I'm older and grown, I meant that then, and I really mean it now, because it's one of those things that when you know what you want in your life and you grow up with things that you missed and you didn't have in your life, that person do kind of become all that. So yes. As a wife, you do mother to your husband. You just got to know when to cut it off, because being a mom, you got children, then you be there as the wife, and then you try to find your individuality. And my number one advice I would give all mothers is don't lose that. You still dope as fuck just because you're a mom. You understand? Make sure your children know that, especially if you got girls. And make sure your sons know that, especially if you have sons. Simply for the fact that they need to be able to see that mom is a whole person too. I'm not just your mama. My boys can call me now that's grown. They be like, Mom, what you doing? I'm minding my own business. They be cracking up. I'm like, Mom, for real? I'm like, Mom, really? That's what you want? I'm like, yeah. What you doing? You ain't telling me everything. But it's just one of them things, and I love the relationship now. It's quite different. But my sons be shocked. I was winning a championship about 8 years ago, before my youngest son was born, about actually 12. And I was winning a championship, and it was the first time my oldest son DJ saw me dance. He go, "Oh my God, Mom, I can't believe Mother." And I'm like, "Yeah, like I know I'm your mom, but I'm a whole person too." And it's one of those things that I just wanted to instill in them. Women, we are dope. We are definitely multitaskers.
Right.
we wear a whole bunch of different hats. So don't
hats.
lose your individuality. You got this, sis. If you're struggling and you think that you don't, being a mom and you handling by yourself or with your mate, don't lose being yourself.
Corey said, "Yes, Queen. I'm a mother of 5 of my own and the grandmother of 2. And she says, but she's a mother at heart."
You better say that, girl.
Do that thing. I like it. I love it.
I love it. That is absolutely wonderful. Yes, Queen. You definitely doing your thing, and you definitely killing the game with being able to raise children. I don't know. For me, when it get past 2, you go, wow. Right. Oh, damn. You know what I'm saying? You start looking at stuff different. Okay, you know what? Just don't worry. Just bring me the baby. You got one on here. You just patting. You trying to get this. I need this one to burp. You got the other one. You sleepy. You need to go to sleep. All the women know what I'm talking about.
Right. The mothers definitely.
Look, it's funny. I got to tell y'all this story too. Ed was with his grandson. Okay, he had his grandson. Y'all, I was sick at the time. Still not mobile as I was just a month ago. And Malachi, right? Mm-hmm. Malachi, cute little boy. And he was crying. And Ed was doing his best. He was doing what grandpa got the grandpa thing on. And as a mother, we do this. I'm like, give me that baby. Look, I'm like, with one arm, y'all. I can't work this one, but I can work this one. Give me that baby. And I'm like holding him like, I got you, bud. I'm talking to him. He's like, for real, kid. And look, and he's doing all that crying, but with me, he didn't cry. But it's just that love that you have. So I want to say that as a mom, love on other children that don't have mom. I'm a child that needed that. I thank God that Allison reached out to me and became to be that person for me. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying, it's other children that need the love, and they can see you loving another child and they want that. Mm-hmm. So I'm big on adoption. If you don't have any, or you got room in your life and you got time, or you can make that time, or you haven't had children and you want to have, adoption is a way as well. It's a lot of children out there that need love. Mm-hmm. I want to give out St. Jude's. I'm a big contributor to St. Jude's, and all of those, to me, they're the coldest parents in the game. Reason why, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it every day to show up to see their child got cancer or sicknesses that they can't get rid of. And as a parent, the hardest job is when you can't fix your child, when you something that happens to them and is completely out of your control. So all the mothers at St. Jude's, I'm going to go ahead and name a few people that I'm very close to. I'm going to say, Alyssa, I love you so much. I'm going to go ahead and give Janet. I'm going to say Evelyn and Denise. Y'all got it, sis. I love y'all to death. And we do all this praying. And as today, y'all babies are still here. And I'm so happy. So I just want to give a lot of love out to them. That's a whole nother different type of parenting. It really is.
You mind if I want to go and do a quick little shout out to some other people. We did shout out my daughter-in-law, Tamani, who just gave me my brand new grandbaby, who's 2 months old. The one she had saved me from him crying, because he's a crying. My mom used to call him Holland Jack. And she called him Holland Jack. That's what he is, Holland Jack.
Holland Jack.
Just Holland out. But anyway, but Tamani is a very integral part of our family, and she's a daughter. I don't like even calling her my daughter-in-law, because and let me tell you something funny about her. I love Tamani, and Tamani is so much like me. Because her husband is a lot like Angie. Jordan is a lot like.
He's just like Angie.
He's very creative,
and
he's like his mom. Mm-hmm. But Tamani has this. She's how we see things.
Right,
like, okay,
right.
we're gonna. I see a move over here. We're gonna make this money. We're gonna bust this move. We're gonna,
Right.
And she's like a deal maker, and I love that. She's very aggressive.
Right.
Or whatever. That's my girl. So but she's a great mother, and she gave me 3 wonderful grandboys. So she's wonderful. I want to shout out my sister, Monica. You met Monica.
Okay.
Monica she was so funny for years. My sister, she ain't get mad at me for this one. She was so trying to be like my mama, but she ended up being like my mama. She was fighting it. She
didn't want to be like my mama. You try not to be like your mama, but you are your mama.
Listen, so my sister, she is so good. She's happy Mother's Day to my sister, Monica. She is a freaking funny person. She is so amazing. And she's raised all her children are grown as hell now. That's John's mother.
Okay.
Chuck Duck, the one that's doing the music with the boys.
Okay.
So that's his mother. And Jay, you met Jay and Asia. So Monica's the mother. She's so much trying to be like, not like my mama, but she's like my mom. So that's what it is. It is what And then I want to give a shout out to it's so many mothers in my family. My mother-in-law. This is our show, and I don't want to take up a lot of time on my side. I'm switching back, but my mother-in-law, that's my mama now because my mom is in heaven. She's blessing us. This is a funny story to my mother-in-law. It's super sweet, very giving, and that's Angie mom. She's really, really sweet and very giving. And it was so funny because it's
Eve, right?
Eve. Mother-in-law Eve, happy Mother's Day.
Mother's
I'll
Day,
be seeing you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Mom. We're gonna turn up. Me and my mother-in-law like the same thing. So, but she switched on me though. We used to like Twizzlers. Me and my mother-in-law used to get down with Twizzlers. Like no, she went to Red Vine. She just switched over. When I tell you, that was the biggest.
There is a difference, y'all. Just to let you know.
There is a difference. Who eat the Red Vine? I like Twizzlers. My mama was with me. My mother-in-law switched on me. You hear me? She had a whole thing because I said, no, I can go to her house. It's gonna be a big old bucket. Big old thing. I went over. She had this big ass bucket of Red Vine. I was like, Mom, what's this? Oh, I don't do Twizzlers no more. I'm like, what? She's like, oh my God, that's disgusting. Like, I'm like, what did just happen, Mom? That was our bond. But anyway, that's Eve. But and I got to give a shout out to Angie. So I would say this to my kid's mother, Angie. She has been the epitome of keeping us together. You hear me? She is the absolute glue. Because all of us are clowns. I'm the number one clown. It's the funniest thing because Kim just chimed in on it. She kind of called me out. She was like, well, I ain't going to say it, but I'm sure he's a bad baby. He probably was a bad. Yes, I was one of her children.
Yeah, praying for him. He's a work in progress.
right. Kim has witnessed
Bless your heart, Audrey. Bless your heart, baby. Bless your heart. She done been through hell. Yes, she has.
Raising a whole nother nigga. I thought I had three. She had 3 boys. No, she had 4 boys. So I give her mad love. Angie, I appreciate you. You're a great mother. And that was the one I realized that's when my father-in-law had to help me because I was competing with her and I was always losing.
Really?
Yeah, because she was the mother. Like the kids love Mama's the best. I'm like, what am I? But my father, listen, you ain't gonna win.
Right.
You're gonna get your prize.
There's a reason why there's 2 parents.
That's right. So Angie, listen, you are a wonderful mother. Happy Mother's Day. You deserve everything that you want. You're relentless. She does stuff to the kids. Her mother had the same thing. Her, you, my mother-in-law, my mama, they be dead. Y'all give them the damn. You want to just take my house? Come on! Like no, Kim. No. You need to keep your house because then you can be in your car. Okay, the kids are really take your house. My mother-in-law is the same way. Angie be like, my boy, I don't care what it is, whatever they need. I'm like, baby, listen, you know they're taking.
I don't know where that comes from though. I mean, I don't know. That comes from a place where we want to, it's your baby and you want to do everything and anything. I know my little boy, all he got to do is call me and I'm like, okay, I want to figure it out. I think the hardest thing is when it's something that we can't fix. Like, unfortunately, my little boy was going through a thing where he was being bullied. And he didn't want to tell me and his dad. And that was one of the hardest things. But I'm that pull-up mom, though. I really am. I'm that pull-up mom. Like, I damn near fight little kids. I mean, I'm just saying it's one of those things. Right. You know, and it's like, okay, but boo, I got you. And that's what I'm saying. A mom wears so many different hats.
Right. Got mother turning.
I have to turn, I have to change hats a lot. And I have to meet him where he at. And I feel like that goes on in his life. That's going to be something I still in my child. But I want to know I got him, though. The bad, good, and the ugly. And you need that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the most intricate part, I would say, that you would miss with you guys not having a mom on earth. And then I would say for me, have my mother is on the first stages of her Alzheimer's. She goes in and out. It's hard because she's still here and I thank God for it. But I can't. It's just things I can't get like I used to could get because of that.
Yeah, he says bond with his mom. Yeah, with his mom was chill. I love that.
So you had a chill bond with your mom?
Yeah.
That's all right. That's cool. And I think Carice, we did say Happy Mother's Day to her.
Yes, Happy Mother's Day to Carice. If we hadn't said it,
I want to
we are sipping as the time goes on. We get a little bit more, sometimes things slip our mind or whatever. Another shout out, so many mothers. I want to shout out my sister-in-law, Tanae. Tanae is a wonderful mom. Her kid, she had her first grandchild born on the same day as Malachi. That's and you can see it. She came by. The grandbaby came by the house last week.
Okay.
So she came by. So she's got 4 wonderful kids, all doing great in school and everything. So Tanae Mitchell, my sister-in-law, my first sister-in-law, is a great mom. Oh, my sister, I got so many. Erica Janine, I love you. Now, Erica Janine is my rider. That would be my rider. I miss her. I love her. We haven't hung out as much as we used to, but she got two new babies. They're not that new, but 5 and 4. She got them stair step babies. You hear me? Wow. Just, listen, may the mighty hand of God bless you, sister. Okay, those are some. They got 2 boys. She got 2 boys. It was somebody else. Oh, I'm gonna do a shout out. My G, I was so blessed. You met Tiffany.
Yes.
Tiffany and Sean. And Tiffany came. She's a wonderful mother. She has 1 daughter. They have 1 child, Ariel. Ariel is my goddaughter, Edie's sister. We only have that's her sister.
Okay.
That's not her gossip. That's her sister. That's not her friend. That's her sister. She just crossed lines. She just crossed the sand. She's a Delta. And I want to show you the video she did. It was so freaking dope. This girl was I don't know what she was. They came in singing. But she's so cold. And Ariel is a wonderful child. This girl, when I tell you, Tiffany is a wonderful mother. This girl, everything that girl
does. Sean's wife, right?
Sean's wife, Tiffany, yes. Ariel does everything. This girl put everything. This girl can sing. She can dance. She's a 4.0 scholar.
That's excellent.
This girl, Ariel and Tiffany, didn't put that. They had that 1 baby, and they put the the kitchen sink in that baby. So happy Mother's Day to you, Tiffany. Yeah. And Sean, I know you're probably watching, Sean, so make sure you tell my sister that I love her dearly. I love all of you guys. I love all the people I just mentioned and stuff like that. And to Tiffany, know who you are. Happy Mother's Day. You are a wonderful mother. I miss my little man, so I want to see him. Okay. I know you probably lurking and seeing. So happy Mother's Day to you, Tiffany, too. Okay. And I said happy Mother's Day to you, but I'll say it again. Great mother, great example.
Why is he saying shame on you?
I think she thinks she's my mother too. So that's where that comes from. Kim thinks she's my mother.
Like too. I said, it takes a village.
Yeah, she thinks
and sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I get put through a lot. Now I can't,
I can't. I'm gonna let her
But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna say this
Give
here.
Me a pass today.
I'm just gonna say this here. It's a work in progress. Y'all pray for me. Things get hard sometimes.
Yesterday was
Thank
so
God
funny.
I got that motherless soul.
Right.
Thank God.
I messed with her
Jesus.
yesterday. I messed with her yesterday, and she said, "Listen to me." She said, so this is the thing. Kim said, this is one person that we can be ourselves. Any silly little nuance, anything to go into the day. Kim is like, okay, what we doing? We jumping off buildings? Let's go. We driving cars with no fucking gas? Let's go. So she rocking with me. So, but sometimes she be like, I can't with you today. I can't. So yesterday,
sometimes I gotta take them.
Yesterday, I was messing with her. It was like I was talking about something we always mess with her about, and she's like, "Listen to me, listen. I want you to hear me good. I came with you today with that. Today ain't the day." And I'm like, "Okay." And I tell you, I heard that. I'm like, and because she's so fun and cool, but she had that look on her face. Let me tell you something. Not today, man. You hear me? And she had that look on her face. I'm like. Okay, let me go. Shit, that got real in here. So all the mothers, happy Mother's Day. Hope you have a wonderful day. It's a nice warm weekend.
It is. It's beautiful. I need to send a link for my girlfriend. She's been trying to sign on.
She want to do YouTube. Okay,
yeah,
I'm gonna send it to you,
and then I can send it to me on Messenger, so I can send it to you.
Okay,
thought I had it, but we do want you all who all's coming on. We want you to come on, and any shout out you want us to give to your moms. That's what we're talking about today for the first half of our show. We're talking about mothers, how great they are, how wonderful they are. We wish a heavenly happy Mother's Day to the ones that are not here with us and all the contributions. We are saying happy Mother's Day to all of them.
And listen, if that's something you guys want to share, some people got on. I want you guys to wish your mothers or people you got. I want to do a shout out to them. So anybody that you're talking that's important to you, I want to verbally say it to you on the show.
Make sure
and you can show them this. You can show it to them as well.
Yeah.
So they'll know. That'll be super, 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 super dope.
Facts.
I'm sending it to you right now.
Okay. So I would say that it's a lot of moms that at my job, I want to say happy Mother's Day to them. All them that can't walk on their own, can't move on their own. They are in rehabilitation. I want to say happy Mother's Day to all of them, especially to all my patients. Happy Mother's Day to all you guys. I think that's just dope. That even though no matter how you are, you still a mom. Still a mom, still contributing, still doing what you do. That's excellent. So we're just sending out right now to people that are contacting us saying that they want to get on. We just want to make sure we send it to them.
So we do our best to try to do as much our own production, and we try to be as efficient as we possibly can. And we're getting better, actually. We're getting a little bit better. Today, I got to get.
Yeah, we're in the garage.
Today, yeah. But today, a lot of kudos to my partner. My partner was like, listen, I got you. So everything is all nice and set up. You can kind of see the setup. It's so beautiful. The ambiance is nice. Our drinks are nice.
So did you you good? You didn't feel
no,
you felt like you relaxed.
Felt relaxed.
So
we had a chance to smoke a cigar.
Yeah.
We got our little patio view, our rooftop view.
That's
we got a
right.
rooftop view.
Right.
Booyah.
So a lot of
it's
times
my cigar partner, by the way.
Yeah, so we love us some cigar lounge. You know what I'm saying? We love to do that.
We love our cigars. Though,
we like the cigars.
We sit in the front we sit on the porch and did it.
Yeah.
We spoke on the deck.
Yeah.
We spoke on the rooftop.
Yeah.
And we spoke on the lounge. So this is my cigar partner.
I think a lot of times for everybody that's coming on, we just go ahead and let you know that we are sending out shout out to mothers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a mom, let us know you're on here. And we want to say Happy Mother's Day to you and your mom if you're a mom. Mm-hmm. So please make sure you let us know. We can't see everybody that see us.
So
we don't
say
have
something.
No idea. So you got to talk to us so we can know.
Yeah, so we don't know because it doesn't whatever it's called, the algorithm doesn't really show us everybody. So if you talk to us, we know you're there, but we don't know.
So we just gonna keep on talking, but we want to make sure we honor you if you own that. So I don't know if she's trying to sign on right now, but I want to go ahead and wish Happy Mother's Day to my sister. I call her Sissy, and that is to Miss Taya. I love you so much. Thank you for all the times you've been there for me. She's my pull-up sissy. Like, no matter what, I got you.
I heard a lot about her, too.
Love you so much. So I also want to say, there you is. I love you. I love you, here. Happy Mother's Day, beautiful. I also want to say Happy Mother's Day to you because I know that her son, this is a very special Mother's Day for her to be without her one and only son, Desmond, that is deployed. We love, love, love. Praying and God got him covered, sis. You know, I'm in the gap. I'm standing in the gap right with you. You know, we will pull up on Cuba. You know, I got that good. You know what we will do. But at the end of the day, I want to say Happy Mother's Day to you.
Happy Mother's Day to you.
And I know Daz will be calling and reaching out to you on this day to be without him.
Oh, she said Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
It's dope to have some sweet friends and people that actually care about you and love you back. She's
the one of a kinds. The one of a kinds, baby. You have the one of a kind. You got to hold on to them. As you get older, your circle do get smaller.
What's up, Rain? You're in the house.
Your circle gets smaller.
Happy Mother's Day to my mother and to Kimmy. Happy Mother's Day to all mothers. Thank you. Rain, can you do me a favor and give us the name of your mother?
His mother's in heaven, too.
We can do a heavenly shout out to your mother, and I would like to put it on here if you don't mind.
So Rain is a good friend of mine as well. And I want to say Happy Mother's Day to Rain mother in heaven, Miss Cheryl.
Okay. Yeah. Happy Mother's Day. Heavenly Mother's Day to Miss Cheryl, Rain's mom. Rain has been one of our people. Yeah. I like when he come on. It's always going to be fun. You never know what Rain's going to say.
We have no idea.
Rain is like.
Similar to us.
Yes. Rain is on our energy, y'all. So some of our subscribers and some people that rock with us,
the hell out.
They are amazing. Okay, so we don't know what's going to happen, but that's the name of our show. And it's funny because today is kind of more of a chill for me and Tim. Me and Kimmy usually be on some old raunchy stuff, and but today we're like, and heavenly and God, and so that's what we're on today. But after this first hour, we're gonna go there. So just letting y'all know,
getting close to that time. Yeah, so he says, Rain said his mom name is Miss Cheryl Ann Simmonsons, and thank you both. You're very welcome.
Happy Heavenly Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. Today is a beautiful day of reflection. Even if you are a new mother, if you are a seasoned mother, if you are not a mother. I got a friend of mine. I haven't known she's a dog mom. She swears she's a mom. She has a dog. That's my baby.
Okay, that's a whole other.
That's my girl, Bethany. I don't know. And you need to log on, Bethany. I ain't seen your ass. So I'm going to have to pull up on you. fly down to Dallas.
Tia, we want to say Happy Mother's Day to your mom too. Happy Mother's Day to your mom.
If you tell us your mom's name, we can say it, and I'll say it on here if you don't mind. And just so you know, so if they see, you can show the video. Like, look, we on my.
We want to make sure we don't miss nobody.
We miss no Mickey Ficky body.
Kathy, Happy Mother's Day to Kathy.
Where are you,
Kathy and Diane?
Yes, Happy Mother's Day to you guys.
We sending them shots out now. We you know them shots fired. We make sure so y'all don't be saying Miss Sandra Hayes, Happy Mother's Day
to Sandra Hayes.
Yeah, Happy Mother's Day. We want to make sure we don't forget anyone.
Okay. Bridget, Happy Mother's Day. She sent me a whole.
Mother's Day, Bridget.
And Bridget's mother passed away. She's traveling now.
Okay.
She's been. But
Bridget is a good friend of ours. She's one of our top subscribers, and we would say always on the show.
Always on, and she logs in and joins us on live, so she's dope as hell. Bridget, Happy Mother's Day to you, Bridget. Iris is another subscriber. We haven't Iris haven't been on the one.
We haven't been on the show.
She'll say something later, but we'll say.
I have a new friend.
Okay,
I'm gonna go ahead and y'all probably watch her show sometimes. But Miss Lauren Lakes, Happy Mother's Day from Kimmy Kim. So yes, Justin and Deb. I don't know if she is, but Happy Mother's
Day to you, Deb, and your mother. Her mother. She's taking care of both her mothers. She has two mothers.
See, we gonna make sure we don't forget nobody.
Miss Deb, make sure you log in. I ain't heard from you.
I promise to God, y'all, we don't say certain people name. We will hear about.
Yeah, so Deb, make sure your ass chimed in. I ain't heard. I did hear from her. She did text me and say hello and all that. But I had to check on some of my friends all the time. I got to check on them. Happy Mother's Day to Marcus. Marcus' mother. Marcus. You met Marcus' mother. Marcus and his mother.
That's right. Happy Mother's Day to Marcus'
Rogers.
Mom.
Yeah, Marcus Rogers. Yeah. Your mother. Happy Mother's Day to your mother.
Nobody.
Right. She's Happy Mother's Day, Miss Lakes. Yes, right. Absolutely. Happy Mother's Day to Miss Lakes. Lauren Lakes is dope, y'all. I told her, Kimmy and her are so similar. Like she has this right.
Yeah, I channel her when it comes to.
Yeah. Well, just like
y'all
have a similar energy where it's like you right to the point.
Yeah.
It ain't super over the top. Because some attorneys or some judge shows they're very strong and firm.
Yeah.
And some of them are too. They kind of. And she's very like she's firm, but she's like with love.
Yeah.
You can tell she's not doing it to demean you or to be. She wants you to be better.
I like her because I love the way when brothers are so young and they having kids and you know what I'm saying, or just a grown man just lost his way. I love how she kind of talked. I'm big on that since me having boys and coming to grown men. Yeah, they need that. That's what I'm saying. It takes a village. Sometimes you hear it from someone else's mouth, you know what I'm saying, but it'd be that mom that, really look out for you. So we want to make sure to everyone, if we have missed anybody, we want to make sure that we say, Happy Mother's Day to you all. Thank you for just coming on and giving us your time. We want to make sure we reach out to everybody. And it's your day, sis. What all y'all do, whatever you want to do is your day.
It's
tomorrow,
your day.
This weekend.
Turn up.
You want to make it the whole month of May. Y'all know we be extra.
Start out tonight.
We should do it.
God damn it.
You ain't getting no extra bonus. You still going to be a mom when you get through turning up anyway. So
even while you're turning up. Even while you're turning up. So
take them trips, whatever you want to do. Do you?
My niece Jay is a wonderful mother. That's the one. She had a birthday party with her daughter. I went and saw her before we came out and did the show last weekend. And my niece Jay is a wonderful mother. Another young mother like my goddaughter. And her daughter is so freaking brilliant. I would like her and DeMar to meet. They'll have fun together.
Okay.
But she's so brilliant. So my niece Jay, Jay Michelle Foley, my little tiger. I call her my tiger. That's my little.
That you call her Tiger?
I don't put the R on her. I call her Tiger. She's my little tiger. She's like a little roughhouse little baby. My little niece, she's not a little niece. She's a grown ass woman. She'll be 30 this year, actually. And she's grown. And she got a little girl, Maya. So happy Mother's Day to my niece, Jay Michelle. Monica, make sure you show this, Jay. Y'all should be logging. You know what?
And Taya, make sure you tell T that I said happy Mother's Day to her as well. And of course, don't forget Tony.
She's an effing
the T's. Don't forget that. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. We don't want to forget.
We don't forget nobody. Leave out nobody because it just ain't right.
It ain't right.
I ain't on that.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. As he's sitting here right now, we first came on the show. We was talking about the comparison of a father as well as the mom, and it ain't no comparison. But you don't need to. If you both in a home. Help her out and let her have that day. Draw that bubble bath. You understand? Rub them feet. You know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do to make them feel appreciated. It's not easy for a woman to carry a baby. Just to let y'all know that. From the back hurting to the stretch marks to all that. So if you have you're not even with your child's mother today, of all days, reach out and tell them, just say Happy Mother's Day and say thank you.
Yeah, you appreciate it.
Say thank you, because at the end of the day, it's still a lot, whether you're there or not. You wouldn't have that child if she didn't carry it.
If you wouldn't have a child, she didn't carry it, and the child wouldn't be around if she didn't take care of it after it was born.
Right.
All those things are important. Hell,
very
everything.
much. Yeah.
It's so funny. Me and I was talking, like, human babies are the most helpless ass creatures and mammals in the world. I mean, they can't do shit for themselves until maybe even 10. Damn near.
Damn.
Just think about them. So you have that baby is in totally dependent on their parents, their mothers.
That's right.
And they can't. Sometimes babies, you don't realize that they usually laying still, and this one day is when they start to move and roll over. You gotta make sure they fall on the floor, all type of stuff. So there's so much stuff they gotta do. Feeding them right, allergies. You gotta know if some babies, you think they can take certain formula if you're not breastfeeding them, and they have these reactions. You gotta realize, oh man, it must be in the formula.
These allergies.
I remember one time we were driving the road, and Puffy was a baby, with the car seat in the back, and he would not stop crying. He was dry, he was fed. And we was driving, we was on the expressway, and he would not start crying. So like, okay, Andrew's like, pull over. But she pulled him out of the car seat. He was crying. She didn't know what was going on. And she took his shoes off. And he's like, oh.
Yeah, because we was dressing the babies up thinking they cute, but they be like,
his feet was hurting.
Damn.
And he was like, please. And she took them shoes off of him, baby. And it was all she
being a parent and all the challenges.
Right. She said 24 either. Yeah,
you ain't never lied. 24. It doesn't matter. They did not come with no instructions. They just showed up and listen. When my children say, being a mom, they just say, because I'm grown. I'll be like, okay, all right. So the next time you want to go through anything, you need mommy. And if I told you that when you called me, you grown, you're gonna be like, Mom, but Mom, you my mom. It ain't no expiration date for me to be your mom, boy. I'm gonna forever be your mom. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter. I don't care what age you is. Right. It doesn't matter.
Now some shit they gotta handle on their own now. That's what I'm dead now. Now listen, I love y'all mothers, okay? If you got a dope ass baby father or husband or whatever he is, your man or their father, or if they look at him as their father, and he cares about you and he cares about that child, let him do his thing. It's hard to watch. It really is. It's hard to watch these fathers do. I get it.
Right.
Listen, I'll tell you about this. I would be having to talk to my kids, right, or to the kids, and I'm talking to them like, yeah, with my voice, my man, and whatever. So Angie comes in like, yo, what they do? What you saying to my kids?
And you like our kids?
But
I don't know. It's something. I mean, I don't know, ladies. Y'all know about this. It's something about that. We carry them. They come out right. And it is. It's your child.
Right.
But when there's something going on, it's just, I don't know. It just hit different.
Well, look.
And we just be like, what you say? Because I know I've done to Kenny plenty of times.
Listen.
What you say? What you talking about?
You and I'm just talking to him, or stern talking to him. I walk in, her ass is land-basing the kid. So I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
And look, they probably in trouble with some shit.
And look at you like I wish you would say something.
Okay? But look, I'm on the background like oh, and it's something that I probably did. I'm like, oh, I told
child whooped and you did it.
I helped him. I told him it was okay. I told him it was cool. Damn it, man.
See, that's that.
And they getting their ass whipped.
That's that.
And I can't. But it wasn't. I didn't even know it was trouble worthy. And she go in on him, and I'm like, and I'm sitting there like, I can't say because I'm gonna get a whooping too. But I can't say shit. And then if I say something, she's like, who you
talking? What?
Fuck. Right. She looking.
I'll tell you, it ain't nothing like a mother's backlashing. It ain't nothing like a mother's look. It ain't nothing like a mama say what. From the time all you got to do is say, Mama. Have you ever been somewhere? And I know you all have experiences with mom. And somebody say, Mama, and you just turn around because I promise you just be like, now your child's voice, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But it's something about, or it's a different type of cry. You hear a child, you see, or you see a child going through, you like, I need to be your mama too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
I always thought that was amazing. That different cries, they could tell.
Yeah,
this
different
cry
cries
was a
have
bullshit
different
cry.
meanings.
This cries, they hurt themselves. Something going on. That's a serious.
It's a different cry.
They can feel it. I'm like, damn, I can't.
Or our women's tuition, which is what we're gonna talk about on our next segment. Women's tuition is so powerful, especially being a mom. That is very powerful. Like you kind of know what's going on with your children, even when they don't tell you, or even when they say ain't nothing going on. Right.
So you know what you want? That's a good segue.
Yeah, that is the next segment. So the next segment, the next part of our show that we talk about, we're talking about women tuition. And everybody that's on, that's that is listening to us right now, if you want to chime in, you can share an experience where you just knew, damn, it was my women intuition that told me, whether it's about a child, whether it's about that man, whether it's about career choice. It's so many different things that a women's intuition is powerful. And it's entirely up to us women to actually hone in on it. Mm-hmm. Now, some men be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. But then as you've gotten older, men realize, she knows what she be talking about. Like if you helping that woman helping you in things, you like, I want to run that by my woman or my wife because she gonna tell me right after.
It's only irritating, or we only hating on it when we on some bullshit. As men, it's like anything else. Oh, fuck your intuition. Because we on bullshit. We can talk some shit. It'd be. Y'all be so funny.
It's messed up that it gotta be like that. But our intuition is powerful. And I think that if you, as women, we hone in on it a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Because it's always telling us things every time. And I'm telling them, it be hidden because I know I'm very in tune to mine. And and I think the hardest part is when it's something you don't want to hear. But you don't want to. Because you could ask somebody for advice, but your ass already know. You already know. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, it's like, when that other person tell you, though, that as we like to create on our show, the platform is say whatever you want to say, talk about what you want to talk about. Of course, we're going to keep it 100 respectful. But at the same time, we want you to be yourself because we always say we are authentically us. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? What you see now is not for anything but the straight truth. That's what we're going to give. This is what our experiences is. So I feel like when you're going through something and that intuition is telling you that something's going on, I say one of the greatest intuitions for me is my sons. I don't care which way. And then it's crazy because your children also know you too. They live in our womb and they know our different cries, our voice, what we sound like when we laugh. My children could be across the room and they'll be like, Mama here. Oh, that's Mom. They know my laugh. They know everything, right? Okay. So it's the same way with us being their moms. We know. Like I know my son can call me one time, and I always told him, I don't give a damn what time it is. You need to call me because I'm going to pull up and come get you. Lord knows I've had to do that a lot. But my son called me and said, Mom, I don't want to worry you. I said, I don't want none of that. I need what's going on. Talk to me. Tell me the real, because you ain't okay, when you get through dressing that up, and when you get ready to take all that off, then I'll be right here. Matter of fact, call me back when you're ready to tell me. Like, dang, come on. Damn, Mama. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, because that's what I want to hear. Because my intuition is telling me, no, I ain't.
It's some stuff going on.
Same thing in relationships.
Some shit is afoot.
So you looking at me right now, and you know damn well you ain't telling me. So when you get ready to tell me the real, I'll be ready for this. Otherwise, you can keep moving with that. Yeah. Because I think a lot of times,
call me back when you're ready.
Right, but a lot of times we be like, you're trying to make up reasons, and you doing all these justifications, and you talking about it's this and it's that, and that don't be done. Just listen. Sometimes stop asking for an answer and just chill and let the answer come to you. It always do. Absolutely. But it won't come to you if you're not sitting still and have an open mind to actually receive what you need to hear. I think the universe has a very powerful way. God has a very powerful way of circling things back within our circles to make us see things, understand things, look at things different. Sometimes it can simply be in a show you watched, or it can simply be, and you just work it out. And all of a sudden you listen to a music and boom, that idea or that situation or that clarity comes to you, but you gotta have an open mind for that to actually take place. You know what I'm saying? Our intuition, God made that for a reason. I think that's why, we as women are so powerful, because we are. I mean, we just don't. So I mean, it's nothing that it ain't nothing else behind that. I can put about 40 periods behind that, but that's just who we are. That's what we do. We have a lot of things that I think women are amazing. I do. I think that, and intuition is my top notch. It has saved me from a lot of things. There's a lot just chilling and just, oh Lord, I don't know what to do with this. Okay. Today I want to react. Not today. Okay, man, I want to do something. No, okay, good. Especially being a mom, you got to always figure out how to reach your children. You got to always have a platform open for them to be able to come and talk to you. You know what I'm saying? But then let's move from just being a mom. It gets harder when you're in a relationship. You know, if there's certain things about your mate, your spouse, and you looking and you know that things are different and you want to talk about it, you do, but you don't want to talk about your intuition telling you, he telling you this, but your intuition is telling you that, and you just going back and forth and you don't know which one it is. But damn, it's something.
I hope that we can get to a point, Timmy, where we can get to a point where we can have, we talk about this all the time. We address this all the time. We get to a point where we can have that honest conversation and dialogue without any type of retaliation. So like the women's intuition you're speaking of, when it comes to, now we're moving past being parent, but then with your partner, your spouse.
So you're saying you want to get to that point in the relationship with people that you can.
Well, when you have the intuition, because the thing is, the first thing we get as men is defensive, right?
Yeah.
And we're denying it, like we didn't do that.
It's an automatic.
It's an automatic thing, and it's like, so what do you do with that when you know that you know that you know that you know? How do you, as a woman, and that's something I don't understand or know. How do you hold that? How do you hold that when you know some bullshit is going on?
I mean, well, first of all, you teach people how to treat you. And in your mate, I would think that you let them know, like they should know you enough to know that, okay, she don't know this bullshit. You know what I'm saying, to a certain extent. But you don't want her to know the real, because on your end, you have told yourself justification that you don't want to hurt her feelings. When really you just selfish as hell, because you don't want her. You don't want the backlash of what her response is going to be, what her words going to be, what her reaction going to be from the shit you got to tell her for what you did in the first place.
Right.
When you say you hope to get to a place where you can be completely open and radical and you have to make up something, you can. You should start off that way in every relationship, even in friendship. Listen, my girl Sissy, for example, and she on here, she'll know. We have never been at a place where we couldn't tell each other 100. I don't even want friends. I don't even want that if I can't tell me one. That's why I feel like we are the way we are. Because I know when I call her, talk to her, that I'm finna hear the real. Not what I want to hear. She ain't finna dress it up and make it look cute. That's who you want in your circle. So when you're in a relationship, you damn sure want that in your circle.
I would say this. I'm going to say this with that. And I agree. I think that I have this theory. Tell me what you think about this. I believe that, well, this is, if you go biblical or however you want to go with the origin, not to sound sexist or anything like that, but I believe men are seed sowers, especially in relationships. Just like we sow a seed for a child. Yeah. I think that men are seed sowers in our relationship. And when we sow the seed into our partners, women are the people that reproduce. They multiply that seed sown. That's my theory.
Exactly.
So if you give them some bullshit, they're going to give you a whole bunch of shit you don't know anything about. If you give them a seed of love, they're going to give you more love than you would know what to do. It's like they open up the windows of heaven, pouring out blessings, and you don't have room enough to receive type of thing.
Right.
So I think that you're right. I think if the men are the seed sowers, and we're the authors or we're the leaders, whatever you want to call us, of the household, priest, provider, protector, whatever.
Yes.
I think we should say, look, I'm gonna say what's up, because at that point, if you being 100 with her from the jump, intuition is kind of like, well, what is it? You shouldn't feel, complicit about her intuition, because what is she? It shouldn't be a negative thing.
And you should, as the man, I would say, right. But as the man, I would say you won't be looking at, I can really truly tell her the real, because I'm not going to get penalized for it. Now, that is where the gray area come in for the man. Because if you already feeling what you did or said or something of that nature, and you already feel that's going to affect her in a certain kind of way, you don't want to be penalized. However, it do come with, you're right. It do, not a penalty, but I wouldn't use that word. It do come with the reaction. You can't just look me in the face and say, well, I was in the room and something, so me and Ed talked about this on the show, and he laughed at me, but I was serious because it's important to me. That's why I say, know your woman, man. Know your woman. And ladies, know your men. Because different things affect different women. So I got apple juice in the refrigerator. That's my apple juice. Okay? So I could have been at work like, man, I can't wait. really don't want my apple juice. I'm gonna mix it with something. I'm gonna eat something, I'm gonna drink, whatever. So in my mind, which my mate don't know about, I want my apple juice. But he just chilling, watching the game. Damn, ain't nothing in the refrigerator. Oh, damn, apple juice. But when he get the apple juice, he throw it back. Now he know before I'm serious about my apple juice. So I come home, I'm going to the refrigerator, apple juice, gone. Damn, that was my apple juice. So it's a whole thing. And I'm like, babe, you drink my juice? And you was like, yeah, I was about to get out there. Damn, but babe, you got all your juice, that you know, your stuff that you drink. I made sure before I went to work, you had all your stuff. You know what I'm saying? All your shit. Why you in mine? Right. And you like, baby, ain't no big deal. I mean, it's our house. I mean, I ain't no big deal. Baby, I can go buy you some apple juice. And then the woman, like, it's the principle of the fact that it was my apple juice. Right. And then it goes all of a sudden that's one other shit going on. But something that simple can make things. So you want to start with absolutely making it clear from the gate. If that's the issue to me, I'm saying, babe, if it ain't nothing in this house, can you just leave calm and let me know if you want to drink it?
Yeah, drink my shit.
Because it matters to me. Some people don't think something that's simple, but that's how stuff gets started.
I think in a way of when I think of like repercussions or like retaliation, I think that if you do some bullshit and you tell her that you did some bullshit, I think retaliation to tell them the truth, I don't think that's really a thing. It's really you fucked up, right? So it's like if I am driving on suspended license and I get pulled over and I get my car impounded. That's part of I did something fucked up. Right. I could have lied to the police, said I'll give them a different license number. I don't have my license on me, but my license number is just to get my brother's number.
So you're saying if you get the tickets from the police and you come home, should you be penalized for her? Like, well, why your ass was driving without no license? But she already know you was driving without no license.
No, I'm saying you should get penalized because you fucked up. It's not even I'm saying if you fucked up and you do something, you tell the truth about being fucked up and you did something fucked up, penalty is the default. Like it's not really a penalty. Right. Because you're not getting in trouble for telling the truth. It's just you fucked up. Like you're gonna fucked up shit come with fucked up shit. Right. But you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't really I'm saying like
you're gonna have to deal with the ramifications of that.
But that's on something. But then on the level of being fucked up or being dishonest to your partner, I think ramifications come from that. I don't think we should use it. Well, don't be mad at me. You retaliate on me because I tricked off and I told you about it. I should have told you about it.
What do you think about the people that trick back off because you did it to me, so I'm gonna do it to you?
I think that's up to that person. I don't know if it's. I don't want to tell nobody that you take the high road. But I want to. The point I'm making is that let's say it's something that like you like. I remember one time, right? That I always go to this taco spot all the time, the Mexican restaurant. I love it. And I would go. And so I'm like, yeah, we would go. I took it there. We going. We kicking this every once in a while. But man, let's go to this spot. So one year I said we're gonna go to our spot. She's like, yeah, huh? I ain't really got it. I don't really like this spot. Like what? Shit.
And you thought.
So my thing was that's being honest, right? Right. And then I'll be honest with you. Now you be shitty with me about it. I'm telling you the truth. Telling me the truth. I'm saying. Okay. So she told me, she was like, I really don't want to go. Right. Now, like, we ain't going nowhere then. Fuck it. Every place you wanted to go, kiss my ass, so what? It's like, she just told you the truth. Don't fucking penalize her because she told you the truth. Okay. It wasn't nothing that fucked me up. It was just something that she was being honest about.
Okay, but then, okay, I get that. And then they say, well, at least I was honest.
Yeah, at least I was honest.
And I'm like, no, see, I don't like that. At least I was honest, thing.
You rather them have not.
No, I'm like, it's a goddamn requirement for you to be honest. What you mean? At least she's like, I'm supposed to give you a reward, but you need to be an honest person.
Right. But I can't be shitty to her though.
No, you can't. You can't be like that.
People would do that to you. They'd be like, well, since she been right, you don't like my spot. We ain't going to none of your spots no more.
You can't.
That's shitty.
You can't be like that. Like, see, I done did all that. See, that's what I'm saying. That's how you got to know. And that's a whole nother show. The compatibility of who you mess with. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, that shit can go left, right, in any kind of direction, but it won't go in the right one. Right. Actually doing something back to somebody that did it to you, that ain't cool either.
Because they wasn't doing it to fuck you over. They just saying, I don't really like green eggs and ham. Right. Like you keep making this shit.
Okay, so you don't like green eggs and ham.
Look,
okay.
I get it. Kim was staying when Kim wasn't feeling well. Kim on funny acting ass. She's a funny eater, right? Yes. So she was like, what y'all eat cooking? Because we eat eggs in the morning. Kim can't fuck. She can't.
I don't like eggs like that at all.
So we eat eggs every morning. She's like, so is that all y'all doing? I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But
but I respect that that's what they like, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, well, damn. Okay,
I gotta tell you the truth.
Even DeMar was like, even DeMar, he went home and told his dad, he's like, Dad, they don't have any food. He like, they don't have no food. So everybody's household is different. That's all we said. Everybody's household is different. You need to respect the difference. However, all I'm saying is that you can be 100% honest with someone about what you want in relation. I think everything starts at the beginning, though. So if you're showing her this and you're showing her that and you're doing this, and then you change the game because your feelings change, that's when you need to come back and have a new come to Jesus meeting. Now, understand this. How it used to be, more than likely, is no longer going to be the same. And that's the hardest thing, is to lose a part of a relationship that you thought that was on one way, and then that person changed and they no longer feel that way. Mm-hmm. That's hard as hell. But you got to be able to say, okay, listen, don't get mad if they say, since that's not what you on no more, and that's what I'm on, I don't think we can be rock.
That's booty.
But that's not booty, though.
Oh, you don't think it's booty?
Because only reason why I say it's not is it all depends. That's why I say, guys, know who you mess with and what is important to you. So that's why I say at the beginning, just like we say at the beginning, we're going to do a show coming up this week. A lot of people have sent me so many things. They want to talk about dating apps and all the experiences they've had. And one of the things I keep hearing about all the time is that the person meet at the beginning is a replica. And after they met them, if they ain't catfish looking totally different than what they showed on their picture or whatever they look like, when they meet them or they started out, they ain't the same. Hey, Tanya. Happy Mother's Day, beautiful. Thank you for coming to share your time with us, just getting off work. Love you, girl.
Let me check this out. I love her. She's so dope.
So we on here now, and I know you'll be able to watch it at the beginning when we was on it. We was giving Happy Mother's Day. Shout out to everyone and everyone that told us their mother's name. We were saying Happy Mother's Day. And we was giving different scenarios about that. And now we're simply talking about a women's intuition, and we're talking about what it is and how significant it can be in a relationship. And Ed was just sharing about when you do come out and say things, how do you be able to navigate with your intuition when a person, basically don't or do tell you the truth. Thank you, beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So it's one of the things I would say, at the end of the day, I'm just saying, like, it's not so much as a penalty, but it do changes the game. So you want to be clear. How much of your shit that I really want to put up with? Most of the time people say the 80-20 rule, right? Well, 80-20 for one person might not be my 80-20. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just different. It's just different. Different types of intuitions kind of lay it out for you, but it's entirely up to you what you're going to do with it. And don't be afraid to say exactly what the hell you want. That's the problem. You'll sit back and let things go on with most, especially for men. We really do got to not only just you teach people how to treat you, but when you're in a relationship, I'm just saying, you sharing your fluids, you doing all this thing with this man, you know what I'm saying? Stop giving him wifey energy when he giving you side chick ass piece. I'm just keeping it 100 when you know the difference. And so it's a lot of times, I'm really big, guys. I'm big on ownership. We can say all this all day, every day. I'm going to go here just for a second. Ed and I did this earlier in the show. And another show we did. And we was talking about, first of all, I'm going to say, I can't imagine what Kevin Samuel's mother is going through today to lose her son. And she found out on social media. That is so awful. So this is not a great Mother's Day for her to lose her son. And for whatever anybody and everybody want to say about that man, at the end of the day, he has a mother. So for the respect out of his family and love for them, I would never, ever say anything degrading to him. However, I want to get to how he has been perceived upon his sudden death. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have been saying, like, he was cruel specifically to us Black women. He said a lot of degrading things. He, the things that he came and said to us. And you know what? I believe to say, and I'm going to go on record, I only talk about what I know, not what I heard. So some of the things, I think I've watched one show and I've heard a few things. And I can say that some of his delivery, the things that he said, came off just crazy. One of the statements, even Coco Brown was just talking about Happy Mother's Day, Coco Brown. Sorry, I can't believe I forgot her. Coco Brown, Happy Mother's
Day to you, Coco Brown.
She simply just went on and she was on her show and she was stating that the number one thing that he said was women being over 35, they are leftovers. Okay. And now he went on to another show to kind of break that down for everybody that was kind of blaspheming him. He said that he had a lot of blasphemy from that. So my take on that, this is how your girl Kimmy Kim, I'll go on record. This is simply me, not Ed. I'm speaking specifically what I'm saying, how I feel about that. This man had 1.4 million subscribers. He was completely on all these social medias. That how he became famous, just like any other celebrity, the women that called in and subjected themselves to the delivery, the way he was going to talk to them, which you already knew, sis, where he talked to another person. For whatever he said, you allow that. To try to get a 10,000 petition signatures to get him off the air and all that, and doing his, fighting YouTube and all that. All you have to do is just stop subscribing. Yeah. All you have to do is just stop watching. All you have to do, why put your hand in the fire that you knew you was going to get burned?
Right.
I mean, he didn't never shell down who he was. He never did. Not one show. I don't think anybody can say he wasn't that person. Otherwise, he wouldn't became recognized for who he was in the first place.
Right.
So all I'm saying is we got to take ownership and say, you're not that woman. You might have been going through stuff. You might have needed that. But why did you pick up the phone or the internet and get on the internet and reach out and say, I want you to basically kind of tell me about my life when you know the way he talked?
The funniest thing about that, and I put it, and this is a subject I don't like broaching. And when I talk about this subject personally as a male, I'll do it as a caricature. But Dan is a character that kind of channels the energy that type of person thinks and how they feels, right? So that's a character that I do it as a caricature, not necessarily my opinion. So my opinion is I don't get into the opinion of what men think and stuff like that, because I think that's just not my lane. I don't get into that. I try to look at it from both sides. But I will say this, back to what she was saying. People close to me were saying they just aren't people that would be like, hey, Mr. Samuels, can you tell me how I look? What do I need to do to be better? Wow. Should I be better? So it's like some people some people are low frequency. Well, I'm sorry. Some people think, I'm sorry. I don't mean that. Some people feel they need to get validated and ask themselves, put themselves on a chopping block. I'm just not one of them people that need to give that over to you to get myself. It's okay. I don't need to publicly find out or get criticized or whatever it was, which is what Kimmy is saying. Like somebody's watching his ass. Somebody was calling in and made him relevant. And the one person saw another person get chewed out, and they came on. I'm gonna do chewed out too. Maybe I'm gonna be different. Should I be 300?
And that's what I want to say. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll say that. But I just want to know: did you really try to think he was gonna be different with you?
That's what I'm saying. So that's the other thing. The other thing, the reality of it is this. What he was channeling is this. The reality of it. I say a thing all the time. I was telling Kim, men lie to the woman that they love, and they tell the truth. Whatever. Who they love most, the one they lie to, want to tell the truth to. Idealistically, you should tell the truth to the one you love. You should not lie to them. But realistically, the mindset of men, the way we've been groomed, the way society, the Western civilization, whatever you want to call it, we've been in this society of this is how we think and this is what we do. Based on bullshit, I agree, I feel it. But here's the thing. There are men that think a certain way. So what he was doing was he was speaking on behalf of the men that think that way. We ran into that on certain occasions. A lot of people that come in, they think that they have a certain way of thinking. And it comes across as misogynistic. Some women like that. They call those alpha male. Tell me what you want. I'm going to be a gender role. Man going to provide for me, blah, 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 blah. So these women are asking questions for these type of men. A lot of times these men that are powerful or have these certain things, they're like, well,
peer powerful.
Or peer powerful. They may have like, listen, my girl better have this type of body. You know what I'm saying? I'm making this money. I got options. Me and Kim talk about that all the time. Have mercy. Right? We talk about that all the time. So these guys think that way. And whatever happens with that, they have been thriving. People have been rocking with them. Maybe the same women that call Kevin Samuels are the women that make this man feel like he can say, you need to not be fat. You need to be good. You need to have those many kids. You got to be a certain age. There are men that think that way. I personally know these men. I don't agree with it. I know. But here's the thing. That realm of people, so this is what I think had happened. That whole sphere had got convoluted. There are a realm of people that believe and subscribe to that thing, but it was exposed to a bunch of people who don't.
Right.
So it's like watching a cult of people that believe in crazy shit that we just don't agree to, but it's the people that believe in that stuff.
Right.
And we watching it like, what the hell are these people doing? It's almost like this. What we were watching is, you know how Asian, we see these shows on YouTube and Instagram or Facebook, we see Asians eating rats and stuff. They keep cooking rats. In our culture, it's like, we can't do it.
And
but
it's a delicacy.
In their culture, that's their shit. To us, it's disgusting.
Right.
So for us watching, it's like, what are we watching? There are people that eat this shit. What the hell? So what has happened is that culture of people, women should shut their ass up and kiss my ass and make my dinner and suck my balls and all that. Those guys and the women are like, what I need to do to make sure I suck his balls? Those people, we're watching them and we're like, damn, this stuff is crazy. And we're watching that shit. And that's what had happened. It's these secular people that agree with this misogyny, men and women, that want to know what I got to do to get a six. Why you want to know what you got to do to get a six high? Who is these black? Who asking about that? People that think like her and I, we don't subscribe to it. Right. It's just now we hear like, wait a minute, somebody's actually saying this shit.
Right.
And that's what had happened. So I don't agree with none of the stuff he was saying. I'm not any of those things, but I think that there's a place for those type of people. And the people that don't agree, like Kimmy said, bloop, scroll past, unsubscribe. That's my theory on it. That's that's my speech. I'm off the stage with that. Okay. Going back to you, Miss Kimmy Kim.
I mean, I just want to say that I feel like that we need to stop saying that this person said this, did this, and it's their fault. When if you don't subscribe to what they put out, if you don't pick up what they put down, then it doesn't affect you.
Exactly.
It only affects you because you allow it to. You're putting yourself right there. You can't blame nobody but yourself. Really, you just can't. And I feel like you do need to have a strong circle of somebody that you can talk to objectively. And that's pretty much why we created our show. We wanted to be able to have people to come on and talk about what they want to talk about, what's bothering them. And it's no judgment. Because I'm not you. I think everybody is a whole experience. I know I am. I am a Kimmy Kim straight up experience. Mm-hmm. I can sit and tell you, or someone can tell you about me, but you're not going to know what it is until you literally experience me. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, I don't, like I said earlier in the show, I don't project to be any type of therapist, guru, or I'm trying to be somebody's psychologist. Kimmy talk about what she know and her very own experience. Mm-hmm. And I say this all the time. Wisdom is heal pain. So my stuff comes from pain. I can tell you it's what I felt. People kind of forget what you said, but nobody ever forgets how you made them feel. And a lot of times, I think a lot of women, black women, us as black women, were seeking a type of comfort from a man. You just wanted to hear the words from a man tell you that big validation. That's when self-love come in, and you loving yourself and you know what your worth is and you validate you. But there is a man I want to let y'all know that you can go to that really lays it out online. Now, you might not be something physically you can touch, but it's power on your knees, baby. He will give you every need that you desire, for whatever y'all believe in, that's mine. And I'm just saying, it's just, a lot of times we look for validation in things and other people, and especially I think with Kevin Samuel, those women were looking to get validated as to why they're not married at a certain age, or why they keep getting the wrong man, and why they keep experiencing this over and over and over again. Well, God pretty much showed you what you needed to know, but if you have a closed mind because you just want to keep on trying to make this specific thing work simply because you want it that bad.
Yeah, like maybe I ain't doing it good enough, or maybe you missing something you want to keep trying and stuff like that.
Yes, people stay together past expiration dates all the time.
Listen, that's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over, expecting different
You're
results.
Never going to evolve that way. Absolutely never. You're never, ever going to evolve that way. I think you're going to always be stuck in an endless circle. You just won't never get out of it. And that's
hamster wheel.
Right. You just that's one wheel that'll just keep on turning. That's why I say sometimes it do take time. You have to take time to just tell yourself the damn truth. Self-reflection in the mirror. It's like a child be looking like, no, Mom, that ain't what you said yesterday. And you be like, boy, shut your, you don't be wanting to hear that. But it be the truth. You cannot lie to your children. They know you. And you can lie to yourself, but you and God know the truth. And just mean say, I'm a grown here. I'm a piece of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying, I feel like people get together when they're not healed themselves, and you really can't offer shit. I know you don't want to hear that, but you can't offer shit if you still all broken and shit. We did a show, guys. I'm telling you, I was so irritated as hell. We did a live show. And it went on that the guy was saying how he was broken. At the end of the, like he was talking mad stuff. And then at the end of the show, he was like, I was broken. Now we tried to get him to get on the camera, get on the show. He was just talking in the background. We was doing a live show. And he said, you know what? You know, some men is just broken. He said it like that. And then Ed said, are you broken? And he said, yeah, I'm broken. He was very, I want to say, egotistical. He just had a certain way how men should be and how they women should be because he bring home the bacon. So
right. Yeah, the ideology of what men should be and women should be, how they should, whatever their roles are.
That's it. That's all. There wasn't no in between, no understanding, no nothing. This is how she is. So if I want to ass barefoot and pregnant home and have my food ready when I get home, that's what he felt. But after all that, you know, all that saying it so confidently,
machismo.
Then he want to say I'm broken. And I'm like, I could have told your ass that a whole hour ago. You had to be thinking and talking the way you talking. But at the end of the day, that's why I also say you should be vulnerable. This month is Mental Awareness Month. Okay. So it's a lot of people that don't even realize that they actually have any type of mental illness at all. And most people look down at it like y'all look down at therapy. Like, my brothers, I ain't going on therapy. Especially us BP. I ain't doing it. Ain't nobody finna tell me something I know. Right. But at the same time, all those phone calls with your girlfriends and sitting up drinking with your guys and passing blunts and trying to get high, and you sitting up talking about the same old shit that you keep going to. And listen, you know how that person you keep doing stuff with? And I told Ed this, being my partner. I said, you keep going through stuff, right? And you be with that person and y'all both in the same boat. Commonality does not always mean that it's a lifelong thing for you, okay? Because if I'm your friend, as I said with Ed, and we're friends, hell, you can be mad, but you can't stay there. Nigga, because I'm not going to stay there with your ass. You know what I'm saying? At some point, I do want you to be better. What kind of relationship or what kind of person you're going to be, even for me being in your life. Right. I want to see people keep climbing, not staying the same.
Hell no.
And you're not going to stay. You're not going to stay this. You will never evolve if you still talking about, listen, we at the beginning of the year, we could have been talking about a situation, okay, you know, this and that. And then at the end of it, you still talking about say, where's the damn? So you ain't did nothing to change?
You ain't worked on it.
You ain't did nothing.
So the question is, how do a person get to a self-awareness and realize that they got issues? That's one of the hardest things. We talked about it on the show the other day. Get to the point where you have this self-awareness or self-actualization where you say, okay, I'm tripping. That's the hardest thing because you think you, goddammit. I'm that motherfucker. You feel me? Right. You feel me? I do what I do, goddammit. And you realize what you do is normal and cool. And you start realizing, this is why I think it's important to have people around you that are accountability partners. People that's going to tell you the truth. Like she said, her sissy on the show. And she said, she called her and she going to be like, let me tell you something. I know you don't want to hear this. Right. Fuck it. I ain't even going to preface you with all that. Right. This is what it is. All this extra, like you said, you wrong, you right, whatever, this is that and the other. And I think that having those people that's going to tell you the truth, and if you got people around you, it's like, yo, you tripping. And you in this same rut, there's something going on mentally. You have to be able to assess yourself and tell yourself the truth. Like, I need help. I'm tripping. I'm not doing enough. And why is it? Why am I in this rut? Right. I found myself doing certain things that I do that I procrastinate on certain things. I mean, when I was younger in business, I was very, very aggressive. Boom, boom, boom. I was always going. Now I kind of I've gotten really complacent. And there's something there, I think there's a block that's kind of making me, it's like a big deal. It's right there. It's, I get to it. And it's like, it gets lax. And there's a mental something that's going on then. Or I get into these modes, and Kimmy knows that some days, she talks about all the time, that some days I'm here, some days I'm here. Most days, Kimmy's usually always right here for the most part. And when she's not, it's very far in between.
I'm stable as fuck.
It's okay. So that's you know what I call that. Okay. So, right. So anyway, but there's something that I know I have to address, like my moods and stuff like that. So making sure that a lot of us, friends and family, have mental illness issues. So this is Mental Illness Awareness Month, May, and we're looking at that. I think we want to encourage everybody to get checked. Just go sit down and talk about it. Right. Hear another perspective from somebody who ain't got shit to gain from it.
Right. And I know some people say they don't want to do therapy. So I want to give you another option to do. Everybody needs an accountability person. Everybody need that person to be able to tell them the real. You need that person. You know, I'm a big person. I say this a lot, and I've said this to my children. Trust no one, but it's someone you have to trust. And it's not going to always be your mom or your dad, because you just don't want to share that with them. You just don't feel comfortable. Certain things you do, if you have that, you can tell your mama and your dad everything great. But for the people that don't, you do need to find that person in someone. And I'm going to give you a little tip on how you can just check and see if you got that person. That person is that person. Because I know for me, I can cut out that quick. But that's just me. But how I know that they rock with me, it's not that, oh, I got you, because people can talk a good game. I got you. I got your black, or I'll be there. I'll show up. I'll do that. Well, I know that I'm that person. And I can just tell you, I just really literally just a month ago just went through, and it's like, damn, I have to wipe my slate clean. But on the other end, I can say what I give and what I put out there. That's how you know. But the person that you want to try this with, this is what you want to say. And I'm a role player just for a second. I'm going to be like, Ed, so it's something been heavy on my heart. I ain't really told nobody.
What's up?
And I don't really trust you, though.
Okay,
I don't know if I can really trust you for real.
What gives you? Why are you feeling that way? Why are you coming up with this shit now? Why are you telling me you didn't trust me? What did I do to make you feel?
Because I see how you are, and I just don't know if you like that with me. I see how you are with Audrey. I see how you are with, Nikki. I see how you, but I don't know if you would do that for me, though.
Okay, so
I don't know.
Have I done something to make you think that I wouldn't do that for you? What example?
No, because I never put you in that position.
But what makes I do it for them? Why would you feel that low of yourself that I wouldn't do that for you? You don't think?
Well, would you do that for me? Can I trust you?
Yeah.
Okay, stop. So with that, I already called him out, right? I called him out, and then he had to come back to me with the get down, like, okay, what makes you think I won't do that for you? And then I had to come back. Now, this is an honest, radical conversation. And then that's what I opened up the door. He stepped in it. Then he opened it up further, and then I hit him with it. But can I trust you, though? Now, you ain't gonna know. It's all trial and error.
Mm-hmm. Sure,
but the fact that he know now, right now, he could never say, after whatever I told him, he could never ever say that I didn't tell him this was so important to me that I ain't told nobody. And I really don't even want to tell your ass. But can I trust you? Mm-hmm. And then I tell him, right? Now, if I commence to tell him, and he give, because once you tell him, you start talking to people, you got to be open enough to hear their response back. Mm-hmm. So he's gonna tell you what he's experienced. Okay, but if he started talking about your shit in a place of like you didn't give him permission, and you talking about your shit and leaving your shit, and I never told no damn. And he the only one know that. Only
one you told.
Then that's how you know that ain't the person that you need to be talking. That's not an accountability.
So what do you do in those situations? You do like this little trial fake, like I'm gonna give you a fake ass story and see if it come back to me.
I won't even say my shit. I won't even. It's nothing about nothing of being fake, like start up something. But just what you just witnessed. That's it. Can I? Because then now you know. A lot of people feel like, well, you should know. No, stop that shit. No, a lot of people don't know. You need to say point. You can't tell. Listen, when Ed and I first started out, he's way big time more open than me. I'm 10 times way more private than he is. He's 10 times more open and just talking. And that's who he is. It was an adjustment period for me because I feel like I'm way more of an introvert than he is. However, I still know that there's a sacred, safe place. Because why I know that about him? Because I know his makeup. And his makeup is he is a big person on family. So I knew right out the gate, that's why I was going with our friendship. It's more than just being my friend and more than saying the BFF. No, nigga, we family. You understand what I'm saying? So that means you ain't going to treat family a certain way, right? How you hold that in regard. So you pick and choose specifically who you want to be your family. Because some people, as y'all heard me say on a lot of shows, they don't be family, they be relatives. Those are bridges that you do got to cross. So you do got to ask people. It's nothing about being fake, but I want to know if I can trust with you. I trust you. I want to know if I can tell you something. And this is how you know they really care, though. So after you have that conversation, and he said what he think you should do, and then a week go by, and then he said, okay, go Kim, did you ever take care of the situation? And you're like, oh, I forgot all about that. You know, how you forget all about that? How you forget all about that? That's important, because you said that you told me. Then you're going to call me out and I'm telling you. So that's how you know that person truly is. You're not thinking about him. He took himself out the equation of how I look at him. Can I trust him? That I'm on your ass now. And that's how you know you can mess with someone. But a lot of people don't even go there.
But you know what? So, there's two things that's happening in that. One, you calling them out. and you're making them aware of it. You put them on the spot. The second thing is that you sowing a seed.
Exactly.
You sowing the seed of now. I used to learn this with kids. So I said this like with my friend's son. He would never say, his little boy, he'd never tell his mother he loved him. And they wouldn't regard the mother. It was like it was something that was missing or whatever. And I would say, hey man, do you love your mama? He like, I said, well, say it. He just run up a hug. I said, but let me tell you something. I know you love your mother, but sometimes hearing it says something. I said, your mother is wonderful. Mm-hmm. You said the other. I said, I love you. Your mama loves you. Mm-hmm. And I made it a point to make sure I hugged them and loved on them and stuff like that. And that from that moment on, it took him a long time, a year, for him to just say it. I don't know why he was so honoring. I don't know. And I know he loved his mom. He's a little boy, but he just wouldn't say it. And I don't think he's seen it said. I don't know what it was.
Right. Most of the time, if it's not instilled in you, then it's nothing's going to be able to come out of you.
And exactly. And so the easiest thing, raising kids is we've raised our entire lives. We've had kids since we could be adults. And so you understand the importance of seed sowing. So I was like, listen, you ain't seen it. It's okay. I'm not going to go into who ain't did. This is my point. That's the same thing I was telling my friend Kimmy Kim. We was going through all the situation that was going on with her. I'm like, Kim, I don't give a fuck what's going on. I'm gonna do me. What I need to do. Fuck all the other stuff. And I'm gonna sow my seed.
Right.
And my thing and whatever. And whoever, if they show out, show out. If his little boy, if they say, eventually he's going to say, and he did. He said it now. He said, I love you, mommy. He says certain things. And I make sure I tell him that on a regular basis. I told him, hey, I love you, man. I do. A little. So sometimes that statement killed two birds with one stone. You confront him. What's up? Mm-hmm. And then here's the other thing. You gave him an out. Mm-hmm. You said, yo, can I trust you?
Right.
I'm like, well, you know what? I really don't fucks with you like that. That was your opportunity. Like, no, man, you don't trust me because I don't give a fuck.
But most of the
I don't like you.
But most of the time, they're not gonna say that. But I'm gonna tell you what they are gonna say. Most of the time, you say, "Can I trust you?" If the first thing came out their mouth when you said, "Can I trust you?" and they said, "Now, why you ask me that?" then I can't trust you. But if they said, "Yeah, you can trust me," that's the one I want to fuck with. Mm-hmm. Because you ain't gonna question me back. You want me to know that I can trust you. It's the same. I'm gonna go here a little bit and to basically wrap things up. Tanya said, and I'm talking to you, Boo. She said that yes, a sister is going through right now. She said, yes, I'm going through this changing up on a sister. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what I think you were saying and sharing, Tanya, is about the gentleman I was saying, a woman intuition. So perhaps if you're thinking about a person changing up on you, God is so good, because I promise you this was on my heart today. So I guess this is for you. They are going to change them all the time. So when you meet somebody in January, right? This is absolute truth. You meet them in January and they're great, okay? And you don't know, maybe a year later, you don't know. But they are going to change because as people, we're humans and we're going to constantly evolve. We see something, we experience something is shared to us, something triggers, all these different things that keep changing. Mm-hmm. You want to rock with the person that can change with you with all the changes that you change. Now, I know there was a lot of change in there, so I'll say it again. You want to rock with the person that can change with you with all the changes that you're going to change. So at the end of the day, the person you might meet at the very beginning, you don't know if they're a root or a branch. You don't know if that person is going to be there for a season or they're going to be there for the rest of your life, or they're a lifer. You have no idea. All these unknowns. But it's every little time and every little encounter, every little incident, you get your answer. Mm. Now, if you choose to accept it or not is entirely up to you. The power still lies within you on what kind of life you want to have, what kind of man you want to put up with, what kind of love life you want to have. You have to be sure and clear about yourself. If I don't know a damn thing from my years, I know I'm sure. And see, that's what I'm saying. It's about where you at and about where you want. It's not about what your mama and your dad and where you grew up and all. That's all great. They give you the experience of what they experienced. Mm-hmm. But now you're your own person and you somebody's mom. Mm-hmm. So now you got to figure out what works for you. And really, 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 I think the world will be a better place if people stop caring about what other people think. Because you got to have your own experience. Mm-hmm. So if today he's telling you, sis, that I fuck with you today, and then tomorrow he act like he don't fuck with you, he don't fuck with you. Because I need you to be the same today, tomorrow, and yesterday.
Like Jesus Christ?
You understand me? I need you to be the same. Dang. What I'm talking about is saying is the way you deal with me. He's going to evolve. He's going to change. You're going to want things. But that's why I tell my partner all the time, and this is just a show. And I say every time there's something, do you like show? You still enjoying yourself? You want to? Why? I truly believe in come to Jesus conversation. I truly believe in inventory checks. Mm-hmm. And more importantly, we got to have a downgrade radical conversation to make you or me may want to leave, but nigga, you ain't going nowhere. That's what it got to be. You got to do that because it's nothing like, to me, I don't know about you, but it's nothing like being 100% sure in who you fucking with. You know what I'm saying? It's not. And that's why for you to even say right now today that I'm going through changes because they're changing up on me. Mm-hmm. But listen, don't let nobody change how you show up in this world. Don't let your children got to come to you and say, Mom, you okay today? Because something that somebody said or did to you. That's in a relationship, friendship, whatever. You got to say, okay, you got to own this shit. Okay, today it hurt.
I think, though, I want to delve in there for a minute because we got to go for one more thing before we get off air. I want to think, I don't know if changing up, I think people evolve agree with everything. But sometimes I think there's an unwrapping of who they are. The change up, we look at it as changing up. But I think that they are actually exposing who they really are. A change should be an evolution that you kind of see and grow together. It's almost like if being married, when you were married, you ever notice when you and y'all didn't know y'all look different until y'all look at old pictures? Mm-hmm. So you're not looking at them like, man, you got some great hair. You just look back like, damn, we got. You look because y'all both are evolving and changing. The switch up is a word we use, but I want to go into it because I think it's really more of a, man, it's really one. Because she say replicas, I say representatives, same thing. And I think that sometimes people are just showing you who the fuck they really are. You know, they say you got to make sure you tell a lie, you got to tell 2 or 3, you got to remember what the fuck it is. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you forget that damn lie. It's like, well, you always said you worked at Gurney, you know, now you didn't lie, you don't forget, it's been years. Mm-hmm. And so now you got to be honest, like, damn, I forgot I told you that lie. Because now the real truth come out. I never liked this, never did that. Mm-hmm. So I don't look at it as a big change up as much as I'm looking at, hey, how you doing?
Hey, Big Stan.
Hey, Big Stan. I don't look at it as a change as much as it's in a what do you call it? Them exposing themselves. And that's what it is. They really weren't all the way in. They were using their representative. Because if you change, when people change up, if you guys are together, y'all usually change together, and y'all really it's syncopated. It's like you're in sync, and you don't even know that that's changing up.
Okay, so what you're saying is that you believe that it's not so much as that they're changing, but you're saying they're just showing who they really is. Just a little bit. Okay. So what I'm thinking is, I agree, but I disagree with that statement. And the reason why I say that is that, so when you first start off, and if the person ain't keeping it 100 with you, you like, damn, so they show you this person who they is for like 6 months. And then all of a sudden, they do like drastic change. I believe when they're showing you who they really is, the changes become a little bit more drastic. Mm. But Tanya, you can tell me if you're saying this, you're saying like he was all into you. So for example, I'm just making this up because I don't know the real story. But for the most part, he all into you. You know, he taking the garbage out. It's your man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going on dates. And all of a sudden, he's not doing that. He's not showing you that big energy of being involved and all into you like he was before. So now your needs is getting shorter. He half-assed doing it. Oh, I took the garbage out. What you mean? Damn, I did it yesterday. Okay, well, damn, you can get it when you're on your way out. Just something as simple as that. Okay, so that's somebody that's truly changing. That's the person that's showing you who he really is. Mm-hmm. Okay, because that what he did, all they catered to you kids. That's why I always say, don't start nothing with me that you can't finish.
Yeah, it ain't you though.
That's not you. Now people do change their mind all the damn time. Right. Okay, and that's life. We gotta be able to rock with constantly and consistently changing. Okay. But what I'm saying is that when you're starting at the gate and you're doing all those things and those little things that I thought that was you, and you no longer do that, then you introduce me to your replica. Okay, so at the beginning, she said, he was all into me. See, that's my God. He was all into me. Now the phone calls, texts, no response, but I really need to talk. He just get quiet instead of listening and respond. Mm-hmm. So at the end of it, that's what I meant. This what you would say, he's showing his real him. But I'm saying that absolutely that he's not. And trust me, it's been 7 months. Does that make sense? So yes, it does to this point. He's no longer feeling what he felt before. And somebody else and something else is entertaining that thought, that process. All that energy he was giving you then, somebody else is receiving it somewhere else.
Okay, so here's and that's 100% true. So, as a man who delve in those levels, who he is a philanderer, maybe, perhaps. I'm just gonna speak. Might be wrong. He might be a person who likes. A lot of people love new NRE. A lot of people are addicted to
new relationship energy. He's saying
a lot of people are very, very interested in it or whatever. And so I think that he was a person that was liking that, and he never told you that. I like switch ups every 6 months. I'm a funny acting ass nigga after 6 months. I'm this nigga. I'm all in. A former family member of mine was a person when he with this woman, he all in. He's everything. But then once he leave, I don't give a damn. He had kids with you. Everything that would belong with you was trash to him. He just a whole new motherfucker. Over there, he all in. Everybody else is trash. And so some people have to let you know the reality is that's who they are. They are a switch up person. He didn't switch up. He was always a switch upper. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's he's always been a person that's not going to be consistent. Or he's consistently inconsistent, or every 5-6 months, or he likes the allure of the new relationships. He wants to keep moving around. So this thing, like, let me tell you something. I like moving around, I like having other relationships, I like doing other shit. But he can't tell you that because men, as we are selfish. I'm speaking for myself. Some of us are selfish and we think about ourselves, and we don't want to tell you that to equip you to be ready to leave and bounce on us because we want all the goods we're gonna get. So if I tell you that, you're gonna be ready for it. You might beat me to the punch. So I need to let you know I'm still here, so I get what I need to get out of there, so I can make my exit in a clean break, and I'm out of this piece. So my thoughts, if that's what it is. It's a switch up. It definitely is, but he is a switch upper, and he never told you he was a switch upper. It's not like he was in love with you and then he just fell out of love. No, he was a person that does that. He wasn't totally committed to that. He was only totally committed to himself. Period. And when somebody came on that was doing a little bit better, it's a new relationship. She doing something different. Her hair is different. Her butt is different. She live on the north side. You live on the south side. Whatever it is, that's what he wanted, and that's who he is. He looks for these new thrills. And 6 months down the line, whoever this person is getting the attention, getting this phone call, will get the same shit from him too. That's just, but you know, that's my take on that. Go ahead.
So on my end, I once again I agree and disagree. Only because I will say that that's absolutely true. Most men is not going to tell you that they're gonna not fuck with you in 3 to 4 months. Or they're gonna see somebody else. Listen, I love you, baby. Your ass is great, your sex is good, but I'm gonna fuck with somebody else in about 3. I ain't met her yet, but I'm gonna mess with you in about. Yeah, they're not gonna ever tell you that shit. Now, when you're grown and you own that, then it's totally different. That's why I say you gotta have the upfront conversations. And I would say you should date with purpose and intention. Let me let you know right now, I'm somebody's mama. And messing with me, this is what I come with. This is my picture. You got to paint that. If this ain't what you want, then keep it moving, bro, because it ain't finna just, I'm just finna give you this time and energy, because this is when you start feeling the way you're feeling right now. Like, damn, I didn't get that. He really wasn't on that. Because not just that part. It's not even just that part, as Ed was saying. He just switch up because he really can be something else and somebody else. Let me tell you something about a man, and he's sitting right here and raising 4, and I can say, and what I've experienced in my years. When they want something, they are very consistent and very fucking intentional. They don't give a damn who all around. That's their purpose. That's their intention. It does not matter. You understand me? His purpose and intent, he's not going to lose you by any means necessary. So he's not going to fuck up with you. He's going to make sure he's in constant and consistent communication with you. He's going to make sure he show up, fuck that, show out with you. You're going to know that he fucks with you. See, a lot of times when we think that we can make them do something, you can't fuck them to love you enough. I'm just keeping it on. You can't make them, and you can't do any of that to them. They have to be on their own accord. It was said a while back, I think we talked about this on another show, and it do have some I would say some grain of truth to it. And that is, you want to get with a man to love you more than you like him. And the reason being is because those tends to work out more. Because that's not our place. Now, women be like, no, I'm a grown woman, I'm this and all. That's that old school shit. No, it's proven over and over and over again.
It is. Because
a man can pull in, but he's going to pull out. And you still going to be fucking stuck with that receiving part. And he's gone. Seriously. And this is honest God truth, sis. I promise you I'm talking to you from experience. That's why you got to be grown and own where you at and what you want. And date with purpose and intention. It's not just today that he could just be with somebody else and he do it 6 months. This is the part where I do disagree. He simply can just not fuck with you no more. Time's up. And he want to move on to something else. Now you can sit here and say, well, damn, he could have told me. Damn, because now he ain't tell you shit. He wasn't gonna tell you that he ain't that nigga. He showed you, but he can tell you. And you and I know that he showed you so many red flags, and he want that guy to you. He wasn't honest with his damn self. And then most of them, and I hate to say this, but it's the truth, it's a coward way. Yeah. Big Stan, you said be communicative. Tell a woman. Most men ain't finna tell you, listen, I'm gonna fuck you just for 1 month. And then after that, I'm gonna need a new ass. But are you okay with that or not? You're not gonna say that. No more than a female tell a guy, like, listen, I like the big D energy you give me, but after a while, your shit ain't hitting no done. So you know what I mean? But that's just the truth.
Take out dinner and shit.
Nobody want to say dinner. And then guys say they don't like this. We're going to talk about some dating. They don't like all the women, constantly that got niggas in rotation, taking them out all the time and eating and this and that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Everybody think when they give 1 inch that goes longer, like you got ass entitlement because you fed me something to eat. Are you serious? Or, you feel like, well, damn. You feel like, well, since I've been talking to you, I've been texting you, I've been putting in the work. That don't mean nothing. I don't care about you. You can call me 4 or 5 times. It's either you into me or you ain't. A man will find out what you want, how you like it, what is important to you, and that's where he connects to you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then even then, either he's all in, he half in, but it's up to you what you're going to put up with. Just the truth. So at the end of the day, Stan is saying never put a timeline on what we got going on today. And you're absolutely correct. It's just one of those things where I just feel like it's a hard thing, Tanya, to look at. It's a hard thing, Tanya, to accept. But let me tell you something, talking to you woman to woman, and for all the women that is watching this, at the end of the day, sis, you bad. Mm-hmm. You bad all by yourself. And I'm not talking about you bad when you don't need no man, because I would never say that, because I know I'm built for one. That's just the truth. It's not that. It's just that's an experience that ended, sis. The expiration date is over. Mm-hmm. Because he can do this, and most of the time this is what they do. They'll go try something else new, and then they'll think about you. Mm-hmm. And all the thinking. And then you want to compare, listen, and this is exactly what you should say, listen, I'm not finna compete because there's no comparison to who I am. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, you got to stand. Men do respect. They do respect standards and requirements. They only going to go so far is what you allow them in. Mm-hmm. So if he's not talking to you and giving you that energy that he gave you at the beginning, that new relationship energy, and now he didn't fail back and his attention has been somewhere else, it don't always got to be another person either. Just simply, he's just not into you. That's where you got to wrap your head around and say, well, do I want to give him that energy? Because, and that's nothing. It's a whole nother show, but this is something I want to say that I really want as women. I just told Ed this today. And stop reacting. Well, a guy said, a woman said, well, I just wish I had a conversation. Conversation for what? Sis, And the dude looked her right in the face and said, but if it was a parent, then what do we need a conversation for? Damn, that was hard to accept, but it's the truth. Most of the time, intuition, we know. He's simply not. That's what you said. I was thinking. You simply know he's just simply just not that into me that you thought he was. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it could take their ass 2, 3, 4, 20 years. Mm-hmm. Come to find out, they don't even like ass no more. They'd rather take it in ass. I'm just saying. It's just, you be like, well, damn, man, I didn't even know.
I know you can.
Or, look, I really don't even want, I don't want that. I prefer a dildo. I don't want to. I want a woman. I'm just saying, you're like, well, it was in me the whole time. It was in me the whole time. Dildo literally? So it was, also, you wanted that like the whole time. And that's what I'm saying. That's that, that's that thing where he said you start off being the replica, and then that's just really being them. I don't think this gentleman at this time know who he is right now. I feel like he's in a place of where he's trying to find that out. And that's why I say, please, women, date with intention and purpose. Make sure and make your intentions known from the gate. Right. This is what I want, so you can at least, because one thing we can't get back is time. Mm-hmm. And you want to get rid of all that shit that is cluttering up your space for you to be the man. Move out the way, bro. So the man, the real man, that fucks with me the way I am, I can see him and he can see me. Really, because you spend a lot of time trying to figure this man out. Ain't nothing to figure out. He done showed you what you need to know and accept it and be like, you know what? Now let me move on. Now, some people say that's it's harder to accept this. But you know what? We got to train our minds. We limit our minds to think about all that bullshit of the fake ass good times. You know what I'm saying? You got to open up and expand your mind. A lot of times we can't see how great things can be because we so stuck on where we at.
I would say this though too. Men are funny, and this is gonna sound real petty. Just as simple. Men are funny, and this is the thing I teach people when it comes to credit. Okay, lenders give credit to people who don't need it, and so what happens is men seem to fight after women who are not fighting and looking for them, who are not running up behind them. And I'm not saying you are or anybody is, but the moment you feel like you're not interested, well, hey, I noticed when I called you, ain't call me. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? I called you. I want to take you out to Ruth Chris. You ain't hit me. It's petty. It is. It's silly, but it's factual.
I don't think it's petty.
Well, I'm saying I was going to say it's petty to actually enact that and just like fall back. What I was going to say to see where he's going to respond, what he's going to do, just to kind of get that kind of response. So that's my little thing on that. This one other I want to ask you about this contentment. That's another area of contentment, and I wanted to understand. I wanted to know your thought on contentment.
Meaning, like that, like you can just put up with that, Tanya, and just be content with the fact that okay, he don't talk to me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but I might get occasional Sunday and a text, and then I might get an occasional call in between the week on a Wednesday, and then maybe one day out of the month I might get some ass and attention in the day. You can get content with that. There's so many women putting up with them, like, but he loved me, and it's just us.
Okay.
You just told yourself that shit.
Quick.
I'm just saying. That's a character that we play, but that's that's crazy.
What's good with it?
No, fuck that. Kimmy Kim would never put up with that.
Yo, Quisha, though, what's good though?
No.
I'll be back in 3 weeks. I gotta handle this business.
Okay, please. So I'll be like, babe, handle your business. Go do you.
That ain't what Quick do though. That ain't what my girl.
I'll be like, go ahead and handle your business. Then she said, no, I will not do that one. Yes, much love, sis. You don't need to do that. Because what Ed was saying about women like men like the women that don't give them the attention they fight because they hunters by nature. And they like the conquest. But then they'll get you and still don't fuck with you. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. I don't care what nobody say. I still believe this from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my soul. And it's been proven fact over and over and over again is that God really gives the man the first inkling of that woman. Not us to them. He gives it to them. Me and my friend, I don't want to put him out there, but I just want to talk about him for a second. Me and him was just riding in a car. And he said something to me and it really stood out to me. And he was just saying how, when he first started dating his wife, and he was saying how he was dating his wife, and, she was like really wanting to, they was young. And, she wanted to get to it and have sex and all that. And he said he really just didn't want that. He said on his heart, God was telling him like, he didn't want to do that. He wanted to be honorable in God's sight. But he said he really loved her. He wanted her to see he really loved her. He wanted on that. I grew up that way. We couldn't touch and kiss or nothing like that. It had to be, the biblical way, the way I was taught. Mm-hmm. So I didn't have that desire. So I courted and then I got married. But he was saying that and I felt that it was so honorable but in her eyes, she couldn't see that because she's like, why are you not touching me? Because that's what she was used to and exposed to. But he was like, I'm trying to follow God and I don't want to do this. But you see how that man, and then they went on later into their life to get married. At the end of the day, no matter how that showed up later in life, God put that on him, not her. Now, that's why I say it has to come from him. All the initiation has to start from him. So, okay, so you might say, Tanya, he initiated, we started off and he was dating this and that. But was it pure all those times, all those 7 months?
That's the thing that be tricky, yeah.
And that's where you go with them. But that's why you do have to put people in situations to see how they show up. And
ask them. That's one
and
thing I love.
I'm going to be honest, though. I won't say so much as ask. I believe in scenarios being created by faith so I can know. Mm-hmm. You really don't have, because, I don't want you to be fake and don't play no games. You can keep it 100. But life will show you what you need to know if you just open up your mind. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, pillow talk, you're going to hear everything you want to hear. I promise to God. They're going to tell you every goddamn thing. You're going to feel like you can fly for that. But
I believe you.
But what is this when you just straight chilling? And it's nothing like that at all. There's no romance. There's no nothing. I promise to God, this is a significant person in your life, and Ed, you can tell me this. If you can just truly rock with someone and y'all don't got to say shit, but you just in the room, ain't no TV on, Ain't no music on. It's just y'all. Y'all ain't talking about nothing. You want to kind of keep that person in your life because they fuck with you. Okay, but when you want that person,
like being in their presence.
You like right.
Just
but people can be, as I say a lot, presently absent. You know, and that's what he been. He been gone, sis. Y'all sitting there eating. He picking up the phone. When a man want his woman attention or he want to show her that he fuck with her, he ain't gonna touch that phone. I promise to God, he ain't gonna even look at that phone. It's so many times I've seen guys say, if we go on a date, I take you out on a date, and you picking up your phone, you texting, and you don't need to be on a date with me. And I was so shocked to hear, guys, this is what's up when I talk about dating apps. We talk about that one day next week. And that's so funny because women be like, man, that's what. So a guy is saying that. It's crazy how they can recognize us, but that's what they do all the time. And he be like, no, babe, I won't do it. See, I was, really? So there go a sign. It's a lot of signs that I know, Tanya. I know you're saying to yourself, I've seen them, I ignored them. Because you like him and you didn't want it to be what it isn't today. You didn't. But it's okay. Because let his ass go ahead wherever he at so you can meet who God has for you. Because you cannot move forward, sis, looking back. That's just fact.
And you can't have people blocking the door of someone else coming in.
Right.
That's all he's doing.
That's it. So go ahead and you know what I'm saying? Pick up your trophy because you bad all by yourself. And there's a man that's going to love you and truly see you for everything that you are and everything you're going to become and for everything you want to be and what all the jewels and your contribution to him. So you need to pat yourself on the back and say, damn, I dodged a bullet. Because, God see things we don't see. So he knocking and swinging things all out your way. So just when you just say, let me imagine this. So I'm glad I know now because there's a whole bunch of shit that came to me.
I'm gonna say something, and I remember I don't know if I should, but your energy from what I met you was that of a spirit of a loving person, a very loving, loyal, committed person, and a man that has that same desire is going to love every drop of what you offer. I saw your energy throughout the establishment where I met you was that of something that somebody's going to love. I'm like, man, this yeah, back. Your spirit is big, and so sometimes, I mean, that person. I'm not gonna shit on him because I don't know what may turn in his heart and his mind. Right. But you got to know that you are bigger than this situation, and I'm not gonna shit on him, but you're bigger than that in him. You are. You're a huge person. And sometimes Kim uses the term shelving down, like putting yourself on the lower shelf and storing it there. Yeah. And
for someone else.
No. You big. You bigger than that. You colder than that. Pretty, smart, very sweet, hardworking. And somebody like, man, you bad. Man, listen, I've been looking for that.
Right. It is always somebody.
And sometimes the funny thing about it is sometimes it's a person you ever like, oh boy, you crazy. You walk past them, somebody being your friend from school. Just somebody you like, boy, you stupid, went to church or whatever. And sometimes it might be that person you might not even think about, but they adore you. There's two things that are important in a relationship. I'll tell this to anybody. It is respect and adoration. If somebody's going to adore you, like, oh, look at her, she's just, oh my God. And then they respect you as you would with him. So I just want to put that out there just as a person who met you briefly and I got your energy from you. Beautiful spirit, bigger than all of those things.
You're so welcome.
You're so welcome. And it's not a knock on him. It's really, I don't want to even get into that thing about him. It's really about you. Right. About what's important to you.
That's right.
And sometimes men are so fucking goofy and delusional. And sometimes we don't know when there's a blessing right there. Some people can't acknowledge they don't know it. They're looking for something that may not even exist. I knew I had to have these friends of mine. I'm gonna get this story. We're gonna go to something else and keep it moving. I had a friend that always wanted a certain type of woman, and when he got him, he didn't like it. I want a woman that's docile. He wanted a woman that was a housekeeper, housemaker, like homemaker. And he get home like, man, every time she always called me, want me to come home, man. God damn, she all up under me. She want to know her me come home, and she won't get on business. She don't got no get up and go. I said, but you wanted a woman that was
what you wanted.
That's you wanted. Then leave her alone. Then he get a woman that's he want to go get. Get a woman that's a go getter. Man, she don't never. I ask her, she don't never want to cook nothing. Blah blah blah. And I say something, she got to talk shit back to me. I said, well, that's a go getter.
That's what you said.
You said that. And these guys, they don't know what they want. And there was a person I know, a specifically person on the female side that said she liked to date these married men. And I was like, why you like dating married men? I said, you like a person that's seasoned. She's like, yeah, that's what it is. I said, oh, so you don't want to put in the work. You want a woman, and she says all the time, one woman's smile, one woman's tears, another woman's smile.
That's correct.
You want to get the man that's polished already. This woman had put in all the bullshit, taught him how to be consistent and considerate and take care of his home and blah, blah, blah. And you want him now, but you don't want to put in the work. And sometimes these guys don't see that. So I say all this to say this, again, you're powerful energy. You're bigger than the situation that surrounds you. You're bigger than that circumstance. And if it's for you, you stand your ground, like Kimmy says, all the stuff she says. If it's for you, then things will work in your favor. If you're consistent, you stand in alignment, and you stay in balance, you will be all good. Trust me. Somebody will be like, listen, when we gonna get married? Well, I don't know what you wait on. You want to keep playing? Okay, I'll wait on you, baby. I know you was fine and mama, but you on the plate, sop you up with a biscuit. You feel what I'm saying? So that's that. That's my
and speak that into existence. But I promise you, sis, I know for sure when you truly love yourself, then that's what you attract to yourself.
Yes, people want that.
Because a man don't want, and you shouldn't want a man that you got to constantly keep lifting up in that area.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be dope and healed already before you mess with me in the first place. Because I'm going to tell you, just like he was saying something, what he was saying, that lady, she was booty about married women's season. But what I would say, I do want a man to already know where he's at in his life. And sometimes, most of the time, sis, they don't. They meet the woman, then they go, I know I want that. And that's how they become sure.
Booyah.
And they be like, I know I don't want to be without that. Yes, sometimes, but they can't be like that if you still trying to figure things out and trying to cater everything to them. A lot of times we do shelve ourselves down to lift them up, and they don't want to be lifted up. They want to lift your ass up, but you're too busy trying to lift them up, thinking you're trying to hold on to them. Yeah. But, so I know it's like, and it is. It sounds like a game. It sounds like it's a, back and forth thing. But at the end of the day, we just got to own it. We just got to own it. And you got to love yourself and be like, I fucks with Tanya. Because, girl, I can sit here and tell you right now, I fucks with Kim. I know how to be alone. I know how to be with someone. I know how to be without. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes, I think, a true seasoned person. And I think my thirst is simply for water, not for ass. You know what I'm saying?
For that.
You got to know that. You got to know that. And then you will attract what you want. If you believe in it. You first got to believe that you deserve it. Because I feel like a lot of times we be with people that we think we deserve. And it's all we can get. And that's sad. So that's why self-love is so powerful. And I think that we did a women's tell-all. We did a show about that. But I think that I haven't just did strictly self-love with women. And that's exactly where I think we're going to go. And just have women to be able to talk about why you don't love yourself, sis. Because that's exactly what that segment's going to be. Why you don't love you. Because, hell, if you don't love yourself, what makes you think he is?
Well, yeah.
And you teach him that by all the shit you keep putting up.
Exactly.
So he's like, I got a car. She ain't even true. I can go over here and knock boots and be gone for, that's what I'm saying. So you gotta know. And I know Tanya said, wow, it's the truth, girl. You said my word.
Right.
But it's the truth. But it's damn sure the truth. But we want to say we love you for spending time with us. We really, really appreciate it. And we really love. I go all the way to when it's out. But I want to say, I just did when my heart is on something, and it was. And I just just the last subject we wanted to hit on is being in a contentment situation. I don't, it's so easy to get complacent in relationships, and you be stagnated, and then you have this desire for something else. And it's just the truth. That's why we say you want to keep things moving, and you want to keep things growing within you, but don't lose your individuality, no matter who you be. Because the same way they look at you when they started, you want to keep that same energy. But they can only do that only if you're serious about it. You know what I'm saying? So if it's just don't get so in a contentment state, even in a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do the job and like, I've been doing this so many years. Don't think your ass still can't make mistakes. I don't know how many doctors I said, well, you still make a mistake. Now your ass got a malpractice suit. Who fault is that? because you walk around content. I done did this so many times. With everybody and anything, it's always a new experience. Mm-hmm. Embrace it so you can get the blessing and the lesson.
Yes, and I'll say that even for us men, we get content thinking our woman is on point and we good and we ain't got to work out, keep the stomachs get big, and don't do no extra moves in the bedroom, and don't take them out and get no flowers.
Damn.
And whatever. We think, hey, look, I got this locked down. And it's so funny. Okay, it's so funny that men kind of feel like, I'm going to grab me some ass and do what I want to do, and then you give your woman the leftover dick because she just
she gonna always be there.
She gonna always be there. I'm content. She knows it. You know what I'm saying? You give her the leftover, or you get her, you give her the little, the new chick or the other chick, or whoever you're dealing with. She getting all the new restaurants and open up the door. I'm gonna open that door. Hold on, come on, open that door for you. I can't have you. No, look at your fine, sexy, all that same shit, that same energy. We as men have to give women that same thing.
Sad.
Girl, you walk past here. Listen, one thing I learned, I told Kimmy was laughing about this. I was telling her about my father-in-law, because I have 3 dads, right? My father-in-law would tell us, man, listen, girl, you walk back, let me tell you something. They old. Girl, you walk by here one more, I might have to grab your ass. Shit, somebody. Now, he don't say this, I'm going to, listen, we may have to fuck in public. I don't know. You hear me?
I promise to God that's me whenever I put a kid. That is so beautiful, though.
You better not, girl, you why? First of all, can I ask you a question?
I love them.
Why are you so damn fine? Damn. And that's that shit he been doing the entire time.
And see, so to her, it ain't fake because he's been, but he started something.
And he listen.
That's so beautiful.
So listen.
So beautiful.
Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Listen, guys, I want to say this one thing. I don't want to put Kimmy Kim on the spot, but today we're going to end this out and talk about what we're going to give somebody as a top subscriber.
Yep.
And there was something you said. I don't know if it's today.
So we were saying that what we're looking for right now, we're looking to have everybody that come on our show. We're looking to see the person that can not only just share it with different people because you got to show proof, but we're looking for you all to help us also bring in subscribers. So if you can prove to me that you got 20 people that subscribe to our show and shared it, then I'm going to give you, I don't know where everybody is, but you will tell me, and I promise you, I will make this happen for you, that whatever state that you're in, you will be attending a rooftop event and an overnight stay. So we want you to be able to show us, and I'm going to put the number out there because I didn't do that for other shows, but I need you to show me that you have shared our show 20 times and got 20 subscribers. And if you can do that, then just hit your girl up. My word is my bond.
Rooftop at
whatever state you in, I got you.
So rooftop at a restaurant, hotel, how does that go? I don't know.
The rooftops are normally at a hotel.
And
it's but you will be able to have the rooftop access.
Okay, rooftop access with party meal, whatever that goes with at the hotel, stay.
Yes.
So boom, on Sip and Spill.
Yep.
So we got you guys. So listen, we like you, we love you, we want more of you. And we make sure you like and subscribe, like you said. Share. Comment as you're doing right now. Even later tomorrow, the show is always going to go on after this on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. And make sure you put that out there and share and comment, and then give us your responses. We want to know what your feedback are. So please don't forget that too.
Right. Go ahead, so I just want to let everybody know, for all the men that is going to be seeing this show right now, we're doing a live show next Saturday, 7 p.m. at Rutgers Lounge in East Chicago. Indiana. And we're going to be putting that out there all week. But this is what we're talking about. I think it's a really dope subject. We're going to be talking about that child support you're tired of and you do take care of your children. We're going to be talking about being a felony for things that is no longer a crime. Mm-hmm. We're going to be talking about also just being in the fatherhood of being able to have different baby mamas, and how do you channel that and still take care of your kids with a difficult baby mama. We want to go there. We want to talk about those things. So it's for my brothers. Pull up, get your smoke, get your sip, whatever you want to do. But we're in the building for that. We'll be looking forward to talk to y'all, and whoever want to come on the show and just voice their story. We also we got one hot topic we want to let you guys know about. A man that's coming on that was married to 2 women. That's the way he grew up, the way his father is, and that's what he is. We also talking to anybody and everybody. They got situations that they just want people to absolutely hear.
Okay, got it. listen, guys, again, like and subscribe. We like you. We love you. We want more of you. And it's been real and it's been fun. And every time we do our show,
it's always
every night,
always
every time we do it, every time we fuck with you guys, it's always real motherfucking fun. We're gonna holler back at y'all people, man. Bless y'all. Like, subscribe.